From the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center, we welcome you back on this Monday for more club championships under the banner of USA Basketball. On Thursday, it was the men's 9th and 10th grade championship. Today, it is the women FBC United against Missouri Phenom. Of course, the state of Missouri for the Phenom, for FBC United representing the state of Georgia. My name is Greg Rakestraw, joined again by Pete Smith. It's an honor to have these championships for you for a second consecutive year here on USA Basketball's YouTube channel. We start with the 9th grade game first. We'll see the 10th graders coming up in about an hour, 15, hour 20 or so. Pete, what strikes me about each of these two teams is there are multiple players on both of these teams that have major college offers, and most of them were high school freshmen. Some of them will be high school freshmen coming up in the next few weeks.
Yeah, the talent level of this game is going to be tremendous for the potential. The ironic thing, I'll go on the flip side of this, there were 3 teams in this 9th grade classification that went undefeated, and yet we have a team, the Missouri Phenom, went 3-2 overall this week, won both their games in the bracket, which is the most important thing. That's why you and I have the privilege of being here. FBC United, a good week, they were 4-1, but compliments to both coaches and teams for getting here, because pool play, 3 teams are undefeated, and none of those teams made it in the bracket.
Starting lineups for the Missouri Phenom: Ryan Gordon, Jordan Haywood, Maddie Vickery, Chloe Nicholson, and Simone Walker. Starting lineups for FBC United: CeCe Dennis, Lamaya Jarrett, Gianni Rogers, KJ Ackrey, and Janiyah Cunningham. It is Missouri Phenom in white, FBC United in red. FBC United came very close to getting both of their 9th and 10th grade programs in this championship. Their 10th graders lost the semifinals to Philadelphia Rise, whom we'll see coming up in a matter of moments. Work around the basket, and drawing an immediate foul will be Missouri Phenom. Again, we are playing 4 8-minute quarters, as you would see at the high school level. We are playing a 30-second shot clock, which, again, you may or may not see at the high school level, depending on what state you are playing in. This is Simone Walker, who goes to the free throw line and misses her first of 2 opportunities. Walker, Columbia, Missouri, of course, the home of University of Missouri. She plays at Tolton Catholic High School. She'll be a sophomore next year.
Both teams start out in man-to-man defense, really playing the passing lanes tough, giving opportunities for driving opportunities.
Drive and kick 3 does not go. Fight for the loose ball. Second possession of 2 with an offensive rebound, 1 for each side, but a turnover first committed by FBC United. On the take, that's Vickery kicking at the runner to go. Vickery from Topeka, Kansas again. She has multiple Division I offers. Does Vickery. So looking for the first points of the game. 1 minute in.
Back pick for a post play, trying to get a mismatch. They got it. Mouse in the house, we call it.
On the turn, good double by Missouri Phenom. And the rebound controlled by the home team on today's scoreboard. The second game of the day for each of these 2 teams. Both played their semifinals at 10:15 Eastern time. Vickery. The step through. They got stripped. First over by the Phenom. Fast break opportunity, and finishing at the other end, Janiyah Cunningham gets the game's first bucket.
First transition points as we have the first bucket there. Oh, nice high post screen.
The 1-4 set leads an easy look for Ryan Gordon. Gordon from Centralia, Missouri, 5'7". And you see the Phenom almost with a couple of different jerseys. What that is that's a tell who normally plays on the 9th grade team and who maybe has been playing on the 8th grade team, if you will. As FBC United, it's their second basket of the game.
CeCe Dennis just had a high post screen again, just as it happened the other end against them, and had a wide open layup there.
On the back cut, taken away. Second turnover by Missouri Phenom. And again, immediately that turnover leads to a fast break opportunity. This time, good recovery defense by Missouri. It'll be out of bounds to FBC United.
Awful long pass to make on a backdoor cut. There as you take a look at Des Cambridge. Cambridge, we'll talk about him a little bit later in the broadcast. Long-time AAU girls basketball coach. 2-3 zone out of bounds underneath. Now they've gone back to the matchup, man-to-man. Phenom switches all screens, ball screens and screens across.
Wing three does not go. Nearly an offensive rebound, but good quick hands by Missouri to get the basketball back. Have not really seen a transition look yet for Missouri Phenom 3 minutes in.
No, United gets back very well on defense. That time I thought they may get one there, but good hustle there by the United to get back.
And on the duck in off the high post. Foul is drawn and 2 free throws coming up. So to the free throw line again, it'll be Simone Walker, who just missed her last 2 opportunities. The player to shoot a free throw so far in the early going of today's game.
Yeah,
now
not the most confident
from the line.
Yeah, not the most confident at the line. Second one she shot in the 2-shot foul last time was a little long. That one was a little left. We have our first substitution. The game will grab that in just a minute.
By the way, Kara Hunter, Danielle Jackson, Lee Mullen, our 3-person officiating crew for today's game. Good block out that time by FBC United, as Walker now 0 for 4 at the line. On the handle, CeCe Dennis. Good slip, and the bucket is there.
Yeah, Missouri didn't, they switched it and they didn't talk. No help side defense there, got the really easy basket.
Give the basket to Cunningham and a 6-2 lead for FBC United. The 15-foot pull is pure for Missouri Phenom. That is Jordan Haywood. Haywood has already offers from DePaul, Arkansas, Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma, and she will be a high school freshman in the fall. And a lot of those schools that I have mentioned, you have seen here at this event. 3-day boys event was Tuesday through Thursday. 3-day girls event, Saturday through Monday. The end of the summer AAU circuit. Action going on simultaneously on 7 other courts at this facility.
Ooh, that's a double X screen. I kind of like that action there. Got to make a quick decision or it's a 5-second call.
Well, your quick decision, the half-court set was a 3. Neither team has found the range, but right now it's all about Cunningham in the post, as she has 6 of the 8 so far for FBC.
Well, the good thing was it spread the defense out. Cunningham had an easy opportunity for the offensive rebound there. It cleared all the players away from the rebounding area.
Good slip. Here's Vickery. Off the window, couldn't score it, but offensive rebounding has been in vogue in this game, and while Walker has not found the range from 15 feet, she finds it there from 2. Second bucket so far for the Phenom.
Yeah, she works really hard to get in offensive position here. She's not blocked out, comes to the weak side. Replay crew there, great job there, knifing in there for the offensive putback.
And you rarely see this at this level. That was almost a full line change. Both these teams are 9 deep, but 4 players all just subbed in for Phenom. And finally, Walker gets a lucky break to go her way at the rim. Her first made free throw in 5 tries.
So let's see if this, I don't.
Shot clock was late to start,
Okay.
hence the whistle. By the way, Trinity Jackson, Haley Gray, Amila Prochnow, and Ava Pratt, the 4 new faces on the floor for Phenom.
As you referred to, kind of like a line shift, not really a second 5, just a line shift. Again, they played 5 games before this championship contest. Phenom went 1-2 in their pool play. There were 3 teams in their pool play that had the identical records of 1-2. And here they are in the championship game.
Just into the game, let it fire. That does not go. That was Ella Watts. Watts again, a player that will be a high school freshman, yet already has an offer from Alabama. She checked in, as did Kendall English. This FBC team has players from all over the Southeast to play on this squad. Georgia, Virginia, North Carolina, Alabama, South Carolina, all represented. All knocked out of bounds with 13 on the 30, with Missouri Phenom in possession.
This is a little bit quicker lineup for Missouri.
Haley Gray on the inbounds pass. Walker, no. Taking an inside position. Rebound pulled down by English. She was 6'2". She's a high school sophomore to be.
Get the ball stopped, yeah.
2 free throws coming up. It'll be Trinity Jefferson that will go to the line.
I think she was a little shocked that no one was stopping her. She was kind of looking to make a kick. It's like, okay, everyone's flaring out to the three-point line. I can get to the rim. She did challenge the taller Walker and drew the foul.
Jefferson and Jarrett, high school teammates this year, that won the 1A championship in the state of North Carolina. Jefferson makes them both. Her team confident in her ability to knock that down as they had backed off the line on that play.
Very high post screen to start this offense. You may see a trap out of that sometime. There's a little contact there, an obvious foul.
Now Watts gives the foul. And 2 more free throws coming up, so these will be free throws 6 and 7. Taken by Missouri phenom already. It is Trinity Jackson who will go to the line. Trinity attends Ritter Prep in St. Louis.
Cardinal Ritter in St. Louis. My good friend Preston Thomas used to be the head men's basketball coach there. Had some great teams in the early 2000s at Cardinal Ritter.
Jackson to shoot one more. Again, she will be just a high school freshman.
Wow.
Makes them both. See, this is a little bit more on the women's side in terms of players playing up an age classification. You would see it occasionally on the men's side. FBC the turnover.
That bad passing angle there. Need to take one dribble down to the baseline there.
Greg Logsdon, Travis Wallace, the coaches for Missouri Phenom. You mentioned Des Cambridge. Devin Harrelson, his assistant for FBC. Neither team has made a 3 just yet. Of course, you get to this level, there is great length to get to those wing shooters.
For as young as they are, they sure are. Just the athleticism is crazy.
On the drive, switching to the left hand, and there's the bump. So right now, the best option has been draw a foul for Missouri Phenom as Ava Pratt will shoot 2.
Wow, in the bonus already, too, with 2:12 to go here in the first quarter.
Pratt, a sophomore to be. St. Michael's the Archangel, Blue Springs, Missouri. Missouri, Illinois, and Kansas all represented this Missouri Phenom squad.
Each team have 9 players dressed. Every player's been in the game so far for each team.
Pratt makes them both. And again, this is the part we point out. You're going to hear horns from other courts. You get used to it playing at this level.
Run and jump trap put on by the Phenom.
First real look at full court pressure. Ball poked away, secondary turnover. Committed by FBC United, and a foul is called. And already the Phenom are in the bonus. So they will go to the other end and they will shoot 2. And again, just like is the case in all of high school basketball these days, there's no 1+1. In the men's event on Thursday, we played the college rules where there still is a handful of 1+1 opportunities. But here, every foul past 5 1/4, 2 shots.
Steps away from the line, didn't stay on the line. Proc now. Good for him, just stepped away on that one. You know, down at the other end, Jefferson just got kind of caught, didn't know what really to do because she was so wide open. Again, she got into traffic and, you know, just a little indecisiveness caused a turnover there.
Proc now hits the first of 2. So far, 3 field goals for Missouri Phenom. 6 made free throws. They have a 2-point advantage.
A lot of good switching by the Phenom so far has paid off.
Gianni Rogers draws contact and gets it to go. Rogers gets her first bucket of the game.
From Alpharetta, Georgia. I'm familiar with that area. A lot of Atlanta Braves athletes and Falcons live in that area. Good strong drive. She went off actually the right foot, but she used her body to protect her arm to get that shot off.
Rogers has offers from Georgia,
nice.
Texas A&M, and UNC Wilmington. And a 1-point lead for FBC United.
That back cut not there. Second time Vickery's had an isolation opportunity.
Second chance look here for the Phenom. Vickery fires a long two and got it to go, her first field goal.
1 for 3 from the field now for Maddie.
You mentioned 9 have played for the Phenom, 7 have scored. Pratt beating at the other end as Rogers gets the bucket to go. Rogers and Cunningham have combined for 11 of the 15 so far for FBC. Steal by Rogers, foul by Missouri, and it's 2 free throws now going in both directions.
Yeah, these last minute to 2 minutes have been dominated by Rogers. She's really picked up defensively, got a couple baskets.
The scoreboard says bonus.
Maybe they put up a 1 foul early, and us in the catbird section here, as Jordan Shrew calls it.
I think that might have simply been a miss. Shot was altered, shot was blocked, rebound controlled by Amelia Prochnow, but FBC gets it right back. Missed opportunity here. Able to find.
Oh, it's a travel.
Steps called.
Well, I just gave Rogers a compliment. She's been very aggressive, and that time she was like, do I take this 25-footer? And shuffled her feet when she decided to take the drive. As you take a look there at Prochnow, she has a point in the contest for Missouri.
Overland Park, Kansas, Blue Valley High School, Kansas City suburbs.
Former home of the NCAA that moved to Indianapolis years ago.
I'd say, which is amazingly a quarter of a century ago at this point.
Ago. Yeah.
Ball knocked out of bounds. There is a 1 second difference, as you see on your screen, between shot clock and game clock.
Oh.
Hustling
Still
back up
okay.
and track it.
Yep.
Now, she didn't touch in the front
Nope,
court.
exactly.
She can go to
Yep.
the back court.
Yep.
Fingertip had hit it. She couldn't have done that.
Right. Okay, going to hold for 1 and try to get the shot clock down to 2 or 1 before they shoot it. Vickery.
Space the course and isolate. Draw that foul. So Vickery now to the free throw line. Vickery has offers from Michigan, Oklahoma, SMU, and Arkansas. She attends Washburn Rural High School in Topeka, Kansas.
Has a little bit of resemblance of Kate Clark, someone we used to do games with that played at the University of Michigan later after Vickery will be, or if she goes there. But a lot of resemblance towards a typical prototype Michigan wing player.
I want to make sure that the listening audience recognizes who Pete referenced. A high school player from Indiana that attends Michigan, not Caitlin Clark from the University of Iowa. A different player.
Kate Clark. Kate Clark.
The pull from 30, just wide right. And we have ourselves a 15-15 game after 8 minutes of action. Pete, your thoughts on what we saw here in the opening quarter?
A lot of fouls, Greg. A lot of free throw shooting, so a longer quarter than typical we would have for a championship game. Let's see if both teams maybe clean it up a little bit and not foul so much. Give the coaches credit. They've seen some isolation opportunities as you take a look at the huddle here of FBC United out of Georgia. Head coach getting down on one knee. That's Des Cambridge. He was a point guard for Alabama A&M in his playing days. More known for, at one time, he held the Southwest Conference record in steals per game at 3.8. But as a senior, that guy right there with his back to us put up 50 points in a college game against Texas Southern. So a veteran coach for this FBC United team as we look at the Rock Hill Sports and Event Center, a beautiful facility. There are 8, as you're looking in that direction from our camera view, there are 8 courts behind those windows. As Greg referenced, the whistles that are being blown from time to time are coming from the 7 other courts that are being used over there. They have 1 court saved for a coach's area, a nice little catbird view of the courts in that section. We are in the championship area, or the main event area, I guess you'd call it, here for this championship contest in the 9th grade gold division.
Rogers, Jefferson.
Okay, 1-2-2.
Jarrett.
Excuse me, Greg. 1-2-2 press. The first time they've shown that half-court pressure and trap. in part, I think, because Chloe Nicholson's into the game now for the Phenom. She's playing that left upper part of the zone here in the 1-2-2. Go ahead and tell who's in the game. Sorry about that.
Cunningham and Dennis round out the 5 in the lineup for FBC United.
Paid off that time. FBC United with a quick shot, 2 passes and a long 3 from the baseline.
This is Gordon with the handle. Gordon's runner, no. And the Phenom has really just not had any sense of offensive flow yet in this game. On the drive, shot blocked, and ends up landing right on the FBC player who had it blocked.
3-on-2, nice.
First real fast break look for Phenom, and Simone Walker gets the easiest basket to this point. Peachy is also the player that first one for the Phenom that have more than 1 field goal in this game.
Let's see if the 1-2-2 again causes a turnover or a quick shot.
Pull from 14 does not go. Good look that would not fall. Both teams, though, have been successful in the offensive glass, and that does not lead to a basket for Janiah Cunningham.
Set play here by Coach Logsden. Just called it from the sideline. Oh, it's a backdoor or isolation. Yep, right side isolation.
And the weak side glass, Vickery had it, just couldn't hang on to it. Corralled eventually by C.C. Dennis. Splits 2 defenders. Great job, and a protege of yours likes to say the game rewards toughness. The game also rewards hustle. The big chases the layup down the floor and is in prime position as Cunningham will get 2 free throws.
Yeah, Janiah's got 6. She had 3 field goals in that first quarter for 6 points. Lives here locally in Rock Hill, South Carolina, according to our roster. Plays at South Point High School, but she's playing for this Georgia team here.
Cunningham connects in the free throw. She leads all scorers with 7 to this point. Notice the style first popularized by John Chaney. Back all of your players off the free throw line. Do not give up fast break points. He'll turn to the rebound to prevent the easy layup. Steal by FBC United. 3rd Missouri turnover. The runner is good. Gianni Rogers has 7.
She did a great job jumping the passing lane there on that left sideline. Good anticipation. A timeout called there by the Missouri Phenom and Coach Logsden.
This Missouri Phenom playing the EYBL circuit. They were the 15U national champions, crowned just in the last couple of weeks. And this is the end of the summer AAU season. Scoring so far for the Phenom: Simone Walker with 5, Maddie Vickery with 3. 2 each for Ryan Gordon, Jordan Haywood, Trinity Jackson, Ava Pratt. 1 for Amelia Procknell. Only Chloe Nicholson and Haley Gray have yet to score for the 9 in uniform for the Missouri Phenom.
Coach Logs has been with this program for a long time. Has some outstanding teams.
So back to live action in a moment. Phenom the ball trailing by 1. Vickery catch and shoot 3, and again, jump shots have been at a premium so far in this game until right there.
That's a nice one.
Jordan Haywood sticks the triple. First made 3 for either side. And again, back to the 1-2-2.
Been pretty effective for them as they built this 2-point lead now finally.
Well, again, they've got such great length to cover shooters. I'm not sure she called it, but Rogers will take it. She banks in 1. She's got 10, and FBC goes right back in front.
It's a 3 no matter what, banked or not banked. Sometimes it's better be a little bit lucky than good.
Shot is up, and this one is good. That's Vickery. By the way, the last 3 was made by Gordon, not Haywood. My apologies. Vickery gets that one to go, and all of a sudden, the law of averages is catching up.
Our last 3 field goals have been 3-point shots, the points you're making there.
Which are the first 3 field goals of the game to be made 3-point shots. Quick hands by Missouri Phenom, but still a basket, and Cunningham is just being rewarded for being around the rim right now.
Well, great penetration too there. to get her the shot.
And then an easy pick by Jarrett, who will lay it up and in. Easiest basket so far for FBC. Pace picking up for both of these two teams now.
Yeah, just a little man-to-man pressure put on by FBC United. Kind of rattled the Phenom just a second from Missouri.
Runner by Vickery, no. And FBC wisely lets that ball go out of bounds.
As Vickery drives to her left a lot of times, she just doesn't get those shoulders square. That's why she shot several air balls. Good player. She just drained a 3-2 possessions ago down here, but sometimes when she's driving to her left, she doesn't get that right shoulder square, and no matter what, it's going to be a little long, as we've seen.
Kendall English will check back in. Janiah Cunningham. It's a well-deserved break. She's
run and jump, run and
already.
Jump. FBC does a good job breaking it.
Skip pass for an open three. Not that time, but it went up and over the backboard. Hence the violation. Even though English had snared that rebound, broke the plane above the backboard, hence the whistle.
It's interesting, the start of the second quarter, both teams administering full court pressure. First quarter is just kind of half court man-to-man defense.
Oh. And that would be, you want to say it like the 80s video game craze?
No, go ahead.
Double dribble.
For you young people, that used to be a violation in the 80s and 70s. Double dribble.
Still a violation now.
Yeah.
Nobody actually usually commits it. Rogers will exit.
Similar to the carry the ball palming violation that we talked about off the air last time in the boys tournament. Here comes the run and jump again, but when you keep that ball sighted like that, you're supposed to turn that defensive player back to the trap. Hasn't happened yet.
Firing from three, that does not go. Scramble for it. Jarrett will track it down. Jarrett had the last field goal for FBC.
Boy, scramble defense by the Phenom. Someone's wide open there, but the Georgia squad hadn't found him yet. Baseline, left baseline's open. Too long a pass, probably. Nope. Nice.
Works out in the end.
Very
and one. Foul against Jordan Haywood. Give the bucket to Kendall English. She becomes the sixth different player for FBC to crack the scoring column.
There, she may have heard me. Someone was wide open. I was worried about the length of the pass, and the extra pass was made there by Jarrett.
Pete, I was about to say, what you were asking for is under the category of easier said than done.
Yeah.
Because of the speed that Missouri has on
their
the court
quickness.
defensively.
Yeah, you're right. Their quickness is really outstanding. But unfortunately, didn't result in a turnover. It resulted in a three-point play on behalf of FBC United.
This has really been a one-possession game most of the way. First time that's not the case, 28-23. Step back long two, no. But on the long rebound, hustle on both sides, and it'll be FBC United basketball.
Boy, these girls are playing hard, Greg. I mean, they're really going after loose balls. Not necessarily on the floor, but part of it's because they're also quick.
Well, it is also, it should go without saying, we're playing for a national championship here.
Club championship.
The talent level is ridiculous. We're talking about double-digit players, several of them that have major college offers already, and a handful of those have yet to play an official game of high school basketball.
Okay, three-guard weave. This possession.
And guards have been undersized for FBC, but the speed pays off. Ackery fires what is a long two. KJ Ackery puts her name in the scoring column. Ackery has offers from Louisville, Charlotte, Providence, Baylor. Pratt, the benefactor, her first field goal. She's got 4. See the spacing by FBC to try to break up that trap.
Yeah, they should stop again and get that net down, quite frankly, as you saw in your picture. Surprised the referees don't stop it. No one's really noticed it yet, though. Net caught in the rim on that last basket.
Doesn't affect, oh, shot blocked. Shot was blocked. Great help side from Missouri. That was Prochnow that got to it. And she'll fire a 3.
A little quick there. You'd like at least your ball side post player to get to the block for a rebounding opportunity.
90 seconds to play before halftime.
Boy, the pace of the second quarter has really picked up.
It has also not been the parade of the free throw line
No,
we
exactly.
saw in the first quarter.
You asked me my impressions of the first quarter, stop fouling, and they have.
The runner and the net did not affect the result of Trinity Jefferson. She found the most inventive way to clear it, make a basket. 7-point lead for FBC, their largest of the game. Gordon, nice feed, quick hands, and a turnover.
Nothing on the break, so they're going to pull it back out here. Shot clock, down, close to a violation.
Phenom asked for a potential 10-second violation just because of the shot clock and not getting it across the line. Good slip, good turn. First time, no. Second time, yes. Kendall English, 9-point lead as the large the game grows, and Missouri Phenom can hold for a final look.
The Phenom need to kind of regroup here at halftime. They should probably take the last shot here.
And a moving screen called against Ava Pratt.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I think she was still leaning into the screen, which is what she got called for. So now, this will give FBC United a chance for the last second shot. Nothing can go wrong here as long as they don't turn it over. They'd like to get it up to double-digit lead here if they can here with 8.8 to go.
For what it's worth.
Phenom's got a foul to give.
You got it, yep.
Thank you, Coach.
Get the ball in first, which they do.
Give the foul.
On the drive, count it.
Didn't.
Rogers gets the bucket. Good if it goes.
Thank.
Well, Rogers with a dozen. And what was a really close first half all of a sudden changed. 36-25, FBC United really on the equivalent of about a 12-4 run here. What changed in quarter number 2?
I thought, the Phenom started the second quarter in a 1-2-2 half-court zone. I thought FBC United kind of took a few quick shots, but then they seemed to drop out of it. Meanwhile, FBC United picked up the full court pressure, and that really took the Missouri Phenom out of their flow of offense.
Scoring in the first half for FBC United, 12 for Gianni Rogers, 9 for Janiah Cunningham, 5 for Kendall English, 4 for Trinity Jefferson, 2 each for CC Dennis, KJ Ackery, and Lanaya Jarrett. We did see Ella Watts. She did not score. 4 Missouri Phenom, 5 for Simone Walker, 6 for Maddie Vickery, 5 for Ryan Gordon, 2 for Jordan Haywood, 2 for Trinity Jackson, 1 for Amelia Procknow, Chloe Nicholson nor Haley Gray able to score. So if you're Coach Logsdon, Coach Wallace, and Missouri Phenom, what's your message? Again, this is not the walk back to the locker room, give the 5-minute speech, go play. No, there's a 4-minute break between quarter 2 and quarter 3. What is your message in this short time that you have?
I think if you're Coach Logsdon and Coach Wallace, settle down. Don't let the pace of play influence us to take quick, bad shots. That's kind of what they did. And they were one and done. They got no second shots. I thought all the 50-50 balls were won by the FBC United the last 6 minutes of that quarter when the game was close. Actually, Phenom had a 3-point lead early in that second quarter, so they finished on like a 14-3 run here to finish the quarter.
Want to thank Jordan Shue, Alan Hughes, the rest of our crew behind the scenes, bringing you today's coverage on the USA Basketball YouTube channel. And alongside Pete Smith, my name is Greg Rakestraw. This is the first game of 2. This is the 9th grade club championship game in the women's division. Next up, we will have the 10th grade game featuring the Wisconsin Lakers and Philadelphia Rise. Pete, quick impressions of that game.
I'm sorry.
Of the 10th grade game.
Oh, coming up?
Yep.
Oh, should be a great one. 2 wonderful teams here. Both a 9-1 combined record so far since they've been in Rock Hill. And a lot of talented players here, and should be a good one.
If you think their court vision is good, they can see themselves on the big screen here in the arena as well. Let's show you highlights now from half number 1. Again, we have given you the scoring. Let's flip this as these highlights go by, Pete. We gave you the team that's trailing by 11, what they're thinking about. If your coach is Cambridge and Harrelson for FBC, what are you stressing to your players before the third quarter gets started?
Tempo, play very aggressive. The first quarter, they fouled a lot with their aggressive defense. The second quarter, they moved their feet better, and you'll see a lot of transition baskets. There was a great steal right there, as we saw by, oh gosh, I switched my sheets, by Cunningham. It wasn't Cunningham, I'm sorry. Gianni Rogers there. But you'll see the baskets that the Missouri Phenom had were goofy. And I tell you, that bank three, I think that gave FBC just a little bit of like, oh my gosh, let's keep it going. We got it going here. But you'll see more transition baskets by FBC in this highlight package. And that was a great job of getting the ball out of a lot of pressure to find an easy layup there.
To your point, that banked in three that Rogers made was immediately after the first three of the game made by Missouri Phenom, when he said, okay, maybe here's the spark. Again, that twist of fate just gave FBC United that momentum right back.
No, spot on there, Greg Rakestraw. Very good.
So the 5 on the floor for Missouri Phenom: Chloe Nicholson, Ryan Gordon, Jordan Haywood, Maddie Vickery, and Simone Walker. 5 on the floor for FBC: CeCe Dennis, Lanaya Jarrett, Gianni Rogers, Janiyah Cunningham, and KJ Ackery. Both teams going back with their starting 5, but again, both teams played their bench heavy minutes in half number 1.
A good job by FBC, because Vickery was supposed to get this first shot of the quarter. They did a great job defending the ISO on it on that left side, and are rewarded with a defensive rebound here.
Nicholson the miss. She already has offers from Arkansas and Nebraska, this Chloe.
Okay, zone defense by the Phenom. And they're going to have a soft trap there. Weak side, no, okay, low post. Good high-low look.
But steps called.
Yeah, good high-low look. You got to be happy with that, though. FBC saw the trap coming. They didn't force anything. They got it down to the low block, and unfortunately the travel violation that time.
FBC has been great about rewarding their post players. Their post players, frankly, have also done a great job recording their own opportunities. Haywood on the drive.
What a great crossover, Greg.
Jordan Haywood with 4.
Right hand, left hand, had that left side baseline. Good recognition there. There was no help side defense on the block. Took it to the box.
Haywood from Florissant, Missouri. Rogers, the more conventional 3 this time. Gianni's got 15.
May I say, Greg, it's Florissant's how they pronounce it, because I've been there several times. But good call on the catch where she's from.
So 39-27. 12-point lead for FBC.
Vickery just has not got untracked here in this game, really. Had to take 4 shots. Just hadn't had a lot of good looks.
It'll stay here. Poked away by Lamaya Jarrett.
6 points for Maddie Vickery so far, as you see her on the baseline. Zone defense out of bounds. Throw it right off her back. She had the opportunity there.
And a timeout going to be called by Missouri Phenom.
I'm looking at Greg Lotson, their coach, and Greg just shaking his head like, have we forgotten what this out-of-bounds play was supposed to be? Kind of an early timeout in the third quarter, but again, it's a good teaching moment here.
It's also a team that's down by 12.
Yeah.
So you can't exactly wait to hang on those timeouts. You need to make your move now.
Yeah, you need to get a shot up, too. You need to get a good shot up here.
Let's talk about the path to get to this championship game for each of these teams. FBC United beat B1CE from Canada 56-43 in their opening game. FBC then beat Cy-Fair Elite 67-55 and beat my favorite team name of the entire tournament, the Maurice Lucas Enforcers, 58-51 in their second game of the day yesterday. Vickery, that is a long 2 for Maddie Vickery. She's got 8.
I like the execution, so it's worth the timeout by the Phenom to get that shot. Vickery should have been a little bit more worried to get that foot behind the three-point line, but these lines are confusing here a little bit here in Rock Hill with 3 three-point lines on the floor.
Part of the learning curve in each of these games.
Absolutely. Again, these are just ninth grade players, even though it's such a high level of play.
No doubt about that 3. And every time that there has been a big basket for a Phenom, FBC has answered.
Well, she looked really good there, that being Jarrett on that three.
An absolute pressure defense. Not a steal yet.
Nope.
And again, Phenom can go to the backcourt. That ball was tipped. Gordon just nowhere to go. But as we saw kind of in the first quarter, frankly, got bailed out with a foul call.
I tell you, they've been trying to get the ball out of Ryan Gordon's hand, FBC United. I thought that was on the pass, but they're going to call it on the shot.
Gordon, Centralia, Missouri.
Now that one I'll say you said right.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
And
that.
I never, for first-time listeners to us, I never have to ever correct Greg Rakestraw, but I did know it was Florissant, Missouri, the home of one of the players here.
So Gordon will shoot 2. She's got 6. She has one of the made threes, had the first made 3 of the game, left that short. Good hustle on the rebound by English. English and Cunningham have been interchangeable. They've been great in the post for FBC.
Nice job breaking the press. When you got your post player bringing the ball down, Rogers, or maybe she's not a post, but she is definitely a power forward, does a nice job.
The runner in the lane. Good look for Dennis that would not go. CC, who has offers from Auburn, SMU, and Georgia Tech. Shot blocked. That was English.
Oh, nice breakout.
And Dennis missed the runner last time. What was the layup this time? Just her second field goal. But there's been no dent made in this lead, Pete. It's up to 14.
No, Phenom has no answer right now.
And again, more speed and leads on a turnover. Jarrett waiting for her teammates to cycle through. Spacing a bit of a problem on that one.
I was going to say the same thing. Just got too many players in the one spot there.
But
Rogers.
you stick with it. Scoop and score for Rogers. Gianni's got 17. And the lead is its largest of 16.
No, you just said something I was going to point out again, the quickness. They're using their defensive quickness much better than the Phenom. Really active hands. They're not fouling. They fouled that first quarter, adjusted really well.
Good look by Nicholson. Walker's been struggling to make it work. She does draw the foul, and Walker, who began the game by unfortunately missing her first 4 free throws, will have it 2 more here.
Well, she was really active the first quarter, as you just referred. She got to the line. She has 2 field goals and 5 points to this point, but she didn't get a lot of touches there in the second quarter because of the defensive pressure put on by FBC United. I like how aggressive she plays. She's been a banger around the rim. There she makes the second free throw. So free throws obviously is an area, I'm not saying everybody can improve on, but she's got such a good game around the basket. She's going to draw a lot of fouls. She's got to knock those free throws down.
Catch and shoot 3 does not go, but inside position was had, but jumping on the baseline was Jefferson. So it'll be Missouri basketball, and here comes the line change to the Phenom. We saw this in the first quarter as well. Jackson, Gray, Pratt all come in. Prochnow as well. Only player that will stay on the floor for Missouri Phenom will be Ryan Gordon.
Yeah, she is the point guard for this squad. Get isolated right side here. This is just a nice ISO for Pratt.
Doesn't get the roll.
Now she dribbled away from the basket to shoot. You don't like that necessarily as a shot selection there.
Rogers got fouled, and Rogers will shoot 2.
But I tell you, she's been really impressive, Greg. She just keeps the pedal to the metal. She makes the defense guard her. She draws people to her. She's won a lot of the 50-50 ball battles. Had a great game so far.
Ella Watts will check in, and I think Taylor Stanfield will do so as well. A rare miss by Rogers. Just her second trip to the free throw line. There is Stanfield. She will be a high school freshman. Attends Fulton High School in Atlanta.
She's the only FBC United player not to score yet in the contest.
Rogers misses them both. But there's Stanfield. Just check in, go get the loose ball. Watts joins her as well back on the floor.
Stanfield.
And this one, wave it off. It didn't go anyway.
Right.
But Rogers with the offensive foul.
You know, I can live with that as a coach. Probably Cambridge can live with that kind of shot because she's been so good at just being aggressive. As we see 1-3-1 half-court defense now put on by FBC United.
Right through the middle of it. Lefty
Sure
shot does not go. And Stanfield has picked up 2 rebounds in about 15 seconds of play.
Nice choice.
The find leads to a bucket, and that is English, who's got 7.
Great pass by Trinity Jefferson. Under control.
1-3-1 look that Watts makes the read. And eventually, we'll bring the ball to the front court. Rogers content to just pound the pavement for a little bit, let their half-court offense get set. You got a 17-point lead. You do not need to be in a hurry. And everything going for Rogers. She's got a game-high 19, which exactly matches the FBC United lead.
She is so versatile. I mean, when I say that, I just called her a power forward. Right there, she definitely was a swing player. She's a wing player also. Multi-talented, particularly at this level.
Deep 3 for Missouri Phenom. And Watts, good job on the weak side glass.
My reaction was because the arch on that was very, very high above us, I think, in our perch up here.
And the runner is good.
Good choice by Jefferson.
Circumnavigated the rim, but got it to go.
She's got 6 now. Doing a great job as the floor general here.
30-second timeout, take it. 52-31, it is all FBC. And at this point, partner, I'm not sure there's an answer for the team in the white uniforms today.
No, they've had a good week. They're 4-1. They were 2-1 in pool play, and they earned the right in the bracket to play in this championship game. Phenom probably a little tired. They had to battle hard here. They were 1-2 in their pool play first couple days, but won their first 2 games in the bracket to make this championship contest. And again, I said this earlier in the first half, 3 teams in this 9th grade club championship went undefeated during pool play. None of the 3 made it to this championship contest.
Missouri Phenom beat the CP3 Flames by 16 in their opening game. Then lost by 1 to Minnesota Fury, lost to YKS by 14, but then beat Wisconsin Flight Elite and all Iowa Attack to get to this championship game.
I got to tell you, I like the changing of defense by FBC. Now they've got a 1-3-1 defense the last 3 possessions, and so far it's just really got the Phenom stymied. They moved their feet really well. The first quarter they got in some trouble, Greg, because they got into foul trouble. The Phenom couldn't take advantage of the free throw opportunities they had.
Good inside out from Missouri Phenom, but even the good looks aren't falling right now. Shot clock did not reset. Pratt, and they'll call a shot clock violation.
So you asked during that timeout, how can the Phenom get back into it? They've got to go with some full court pressure. I just think it's going to lead to some layups by FBC. Their guard play has been really good.
Ackery, no problem bringing the ball into the front court. Ackery showcasing all of her skills in this one. Stanfield down the lane, jump ball going to be the call. But even the arrow is pointing the direction of FBC United right now.
Competition lives here in beautiful Rock Hill, South Carolina at the Rock Hill Sports and Entertainment Center. Nice out of bounds play. Little ISO in the post, but the Phenom kind of swarm it.
Turnover by FBC United. Final minute of the 3rd quarter. It was tied after 1 quarter. It's been all FBC United since that time, and ball ripped away. 2v1, but ball will stay with FBC United.
Real good hustle at the defensive end there. Yeah, Gray Haley, good job running back on defense. Haley Gray, I should say, sorry, from Belleville East High School.
There is a 1 second difference, shot clock and game clock. That's what the momentary pause is about, to say, hey, should we be having a shot clock here?
Okay, this will be both players typically on this kind of, they're changing the out of bounds play. They're going to switch it. Okay, I was going to kind of give you a little preview of what I thought was going to happen. 24 is going to go up to the top of the key. Yep, flex cut there in the baseline. The freshman has the ball, or 8th grader, that hasn't scored yet, trying to get her a shot.
She got tied up, turnover.
Yep. That being Taylor Stanfield, but I think that was a design play by Coach Cambridge trying to get Taylor Stanfield a bucket. I really, really like that. Flex cut to get the switch across. Stanfield had it, couldn't take advantage of it that time. And they'll stay in the 1-3-1 for this hopefully last defensive possession, they're hoping.
Phenom had 15 points in the first quarter. They've scored 16 since. Deep three, Prochnow goes right to Walker.
Oh,
Walker finds Pratt.
Yeah.
Ava Pratt with 6. Vickery's 8 leads the Phenom so far, and no chance for a final look. But that's about all that has gone wrong for FBC United these last couple of quarters, as they have built a 19-point lead going to the final 8 minutes of this 9th grade championship.
16-8 third quarter advantage by FBC. They won that quarter.
And our next game is slated for a 3:15 or as close to it as we can start time, local time. Again, the Wisconsin Lakers will take on Philly Rise.
We got some players in that one too. And this will be a rematch of a game that was played during the, how do you want to call it, the camp here?
The bracket play.
The bracket play.
The pool play game.
Players came in Saturday. The action here started Saturday in Rock Hill. And we have our championship game coming up, as Greg mentioned here, after this one for the 10th grade. So basically what I think is the two best teams in the whole 10th grade will be playing for this championship, because Philly Rise beat everybody else except the Lakers. Lakers have had a great run. Got a chance to watch them play in the semis this morning. Actually got a chance to watch both teams play in the semis here.
The FBC United 10th grade team had a late lead and could not hang on against an equally talented Philly Rise team.
Philly Rise hit free throws down the stretch. That was the big thing. I think they hit 8 in a row as I was counting.
And they have not one but 2 national team players that played in the FIBA U17 event in Mexico last week. Pull up 3, no. Probably not the possession you wanted to start the quarter. In a 19-point game, we'll see if it matters.
But, Coach, I was wide open. They gave me the shot. Still staying in the 1-3-1, and the Phenom has had no answer for this. They just have no continuity against this 1-3-1 zone.
I would say this falls in the category of the grammatically incorrect, but absolutely true. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
1-3-1, they'll stay in it until Phenom can prove they can shoot them out of it.
I think FBC will just be happy to use some clock, get an open three-pointer there. Didn't need it, but it was wide open. You can take that right now.
Again, that quickness even applies to simply ripping away rebounds. That's the second time that we've seen an FBC United player basically grab the ball and do it so quickly before a jump ball could be called. They have the possession.
Yeah, that's Lamaya Jarrett, Durham, North Carolina. Several states represented on this FBC United team. My gosh, we've got Georgia, we got North Carolina, we've got Rock Hill, South Carolina, we have Alabama. 5 states represented on this 9-person roster.
It's almost like it's Sea Rock City.
Okay, 5 out. Well, 4 out with the post player. Limping across the floor there, that English. Just trying to break him down on the dribble.
Stanfield's pass blocked. Able to keep it alive for a moment.
Phenom has good length. We mentioned that earlier in the contest. Just the quickness. They've just used their quickness, that being FBC, much better than the Phenom has.
3 empty possessions so far for FBC, but nary a point scored yet by Phenom this quarter either.
No, and that was a really good look. They had a mismatch situation. Walker couldn't get it to go. She had a smaller player on her, though.
Here comes the double off the ball streak. Watts missed her last one. Didn't miss that one. foot was on the line. I think that was a 2.
Yes, it was a 2.
But Watts gets the bucket. And another turnover by Missouri Phenom.
Nothing the Phenom has done defensively since the first quarter has caused FBC to take bad shots. Even the long ones that you a couple times said probably didn't need that shot yet, they were wide open.
Correct.
Great shot selection by FBC. They've done a great job. Their guard play has been excellent. Again, there's the quick trap, catch and look opposite, traveled unfortunately, but I wouldn't give that defense necessarily credit for that turnover. That was just a little bit hurriedness there by Jarrett.
And frankly, FBC has a couple of key pieces that are sitting right now. They're getting their starters some rest, as they have the luxury of doing, with a 21-point lead.
So again, this is the 6th game of the 3 days here.
Was there a touch there? Yes. Last touch by FBC. Again, these ladies are also used to that by this point in time of the summer as well.
Yeah. But they've had more just besides the games, too, here. They've had a lot of off-court activities for all these young ladies and these teams.
3 by Gordon, yes. Second made triple for Gordon. She's got 9. Full timeout taken by Missouri Phenom.
I like Ryan Gordon's game. She's been trying to get everybody involved. There you can see she comes off the out-of-bounds play, the high post screen, and drains the 3. She's a multi-talented player, but she's really tried to get the offense going here for the Missouri Phenom and just hasn't clicked today in this game.
Yeah, it was a struggle to score threes. What kind of bailed out Missouri Phenom early was simply the amount of time that they got to the free throw line. Basically, when FBC United went to the zone, those freebies from the free throw line went away.
Right.
And Missouri hasn't made enough threes to kind of make up that deficit.
Yeah. Some missed free throws early in the first quarter could have really got the Phenom a little bit of a nice cushion.
Correct.
And they just couldn't convert on them. And ever since then, it's been all United.
3-quarter court pickup here.
That'll be a 1-2-2. They'll try to trap right after the 10-second line, but good job again by, nice job.
And the posts are always hanging around the rim. And the guards are a great job of finding them.
Yeah.
English with the basket, she's got 9.
Yeah, good spacing, really good spacing.
Gordon, good ball reversal, left that one short. Stanfield just turns in time from that block out to go track down the loose ball.
Nice reversal.
Spacing is outstanding. Leads to a good look. That is a 2. That does not go.
Good look, though. Shot clock was getting close. They took a lot of time off the shot clock.
Haywood after a bounce. Left it short. Watts couldn't save it.
Haywood started his third quarter with a nice crossover move on an isolation play on that left wing. But against this zone, they've just had to take shots when they have had them open, and they've had no baskets inside the paint. I mean, all their shots have been behind the line.
Ackery, Rogers, Jarrett, Dennis all checked back in. And some starters have been sitting.
Yeah.
Gordon, a long 2, got it. Gordon becomes the first player in double figures for Missouri Phenom. She's got 11. Phenom will do their line change substitution, next stoppage in play.
They're in a 1-2-2 half-court trap now. After the first pass, they'll go chase it.
Ackery
bank.
Finds herself open, no, but ball finds her. Rogers lines it up and got the roll. Rogers, because she sat for the last several minutes, she's got 22. Still warm from her first 3 quarters of play.
Really impressed with her tonight. She's on the point of the, no, she's not on the point. She's on the wing of the press. She almost jumped that pass, too.
It's going to be a blocking foul. And again, just the second foul of the quarter. I'm going to give you a little teaching moment here. I am very impressed by the rotation of the coverage, how FBC does it in their 1-3-1 zone. So if you don't mind, teach a little bit, Coach. What are they doing? They may not play. We're going to play 2-3 out of the inbounds here. But the next time down, walk me through how they're rotating that 1-3-1.
Will do. If they stay in, I sure will. Oh, someone's got a clear passing line. There we go. And they'll fall back into man on this. Yep, they're in man-to-man after the half-court zone.
Stepping into a 15-footer left and short. Rebound by Dennis.
Good choice by Dennis. It would have been a...
Whew. Steps it into a long 2, but again, Ackery has inside position. Left that short, but gets it again. Third time's the charm. KJ Ackery gets her second field goal.
Yeah, she deserved it too. She ran down that rebound. Probably had some open players, but what the heck. Okay, here's the 1-3-1. So a soft trap. This is a soft 1-3-1. Not really trying to do anything. You've got a tall point to throw over. There's your rotation. You doubled very quickly, but Walker did a good job of getting around her for that basket. So that wasn't a bad choice of defense. That's one of the better choices the Phenom have had against the 1-3-1.
Walker now with 8. And we will have the medal and trophy presentation following this one. And we'll quickly get ready for the 10th grade championship game. The miss by Cunningham.
Just quick hands by this FBC United team. They've just beat the Phenom to every loose ball.
Everything is quick about this FBC team. And again, still hustling. Ackery could have let that one go. That would have been a violation. She goes and gets it. But credit the Phenom for continuing to battle as Walker forces the turnover. 20-point game with 2:10 left to play. Pratt from 17. It's just not been the Phenom's day. It's still quite an honor to make it to this championship game.
Oh,
again, they are already champs this year. They won the 15U EYBL championship. Ackery, no. Just off the hands of Trinity Jackson.
Afraid that stadium seat was going to come into play kind of fast there.
Another line change here for FBC United.
Phenom will just play half-court defense here with almost a minute and a half left in the contest.
The pull is good for Jarrett. Jarrett was 7. Well, it has been every player for FBC.
Now the question is, will Stanfield get a field goal here? Will they try to get her shot number 2?
Pratt to step through and a foul. Foul called against Kendall English.
Really good step through there. May have got bailed out a little bit, but good idea on the play there.
So Pratt to shoot 2. She's already made 2. She's got 6 points. Pratt goes 1 for 2. Rebound controlled by English. In our next game, scheduled for a 3:15 start. Might be a minute or 2 late. Here's Watts. Turn, spin, everything but the bucket. Watts from Madison, Alabama, Bob Jones High School. And here's that 1-3-1 that leads to a trap. Will be a foul.
So back to that. I'm sorry you asked me to kind of talk about that. One reversal, you try to get that trap on that baseline, and that's just 3 passing lanes down. The only pass that should be open is the weak side. And that time they did it. Well, they've done a great job covering each other very well.
They switched to a 2-3 on the inbounds.
Yep, then they'll play man-to-man probably. Yep, they'll match up on the.
Vickery fires and connects. Again, a 2. Vickery now in double figures. She and Gordon each have hit that mark.
Yeah, Maddie Vickery is a really good player. She just didn't knock down shots early. I think they kind of forgot about her after that for a while. The Phenom was trying to do some other things to score. Vickery's a really nice player from Kansas.
This one, almost official. And really, it's been 15 points the entire second half. It was quickly pushed to 11 before halftime. And FBC is just going to kind of give that the NBA treatment, take the intentional shot clock violation. No need for further activity. And Missouri Phenom will do the exact same thing. Just hang on to it. This one is complete. Congratulations to FBC United. They are your 9th grade women's club champs for 2024. Well, an absolutely dominant effort for FBC United.
After the first quarter, it was all FBC United. They led by 19 at the end of the third, finished the game with a 19-point victory. Halftime, they were up 11, so they outscored them 14 in the second quarter and just took it over from there. 13 in the second quarter and just took it over from there.
Gianni Rogers with 22. Peach ends up being the only player in double digits for FBC United. Cunningham with 9, English with 9, Jarrett 7, Jefferson 6, Dennis 4, Ackery 4, and Watts 2. Only Stanfield played but did not score. For Missouri Phenom, 11 for Ryan Gordon, 10 for Maddie Vickery, 7 for Ava Pratt, 8 for Simone Walker, 4 points for Jordan Haywood, 2 for Trinity Jackson, 1 for Amelia Prochnow. Chloe Nicholson and Haley Gray both played but did not score. Again, a tremendous amount of talent on the floor in this game, going in both directions.
Well, and believe me, it's all about the players. I do want to mention, I thought the coaching staff at FBC, they switched defenses. They found the most successful to stop the Phenom. First quarter, they played a lot of man. They drew a lot of fouls. The Phenom didn't make free throws, unfortunately, on their case. And then there's a lot of zone defense by the FBC United team, which really shut down the Phenom. They took a lot of long threes, couldn't knock them down, and look pretty happy as they'll head back to Georgia, not too far. The only one that won't head back to Georgia, Janiyah Cunningham. She lives right here in Rock Hill and plays for South Point High School. But there they are, your champions.
So the championship has been presented. Congratulations, FBC United. Obviously a trophy well earned. If you're tuning in for the 10th grade championship game, stay right there. I would say that game is probably 5 minutes or so away. Congratulations, FBC. They win this one going away. 62-43 the final as you're watching the U.S. Club Championships Women's Division on USA Basketball on YouTube. Championship was just handed out in the 9th grade division of the Women's Club Championships. We'll do the same in the 10th grade coming up in just a matter of moments. Our participants in this championship game, the Wisconsin Lakers and the Philadelphia Rise. From the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center, my name is Greg Rakestraw, joined by Pete Smith. Thank you so much for spending part of both your Thursday afternoon in the men's division and now your Monday afternoon in the women's division. This is our final of 4 championship games. And Pete, we have seen great talent in these previous 3 games. This will be no different.
No, I believe coming in, these are probably the 2 prohibitive favorites. They happen to play in the same pool. So they have played once earlier in the week. Early in the week are 3 days here. It seems like a week because great job by the NCAA. They have a lot going on here, USA basketball for them. So it's a long 3 days, but it's a good 3 days. Anyway, I got off on that tangent. The Rise has played the Lakers earlier in pool play, with the Lakers being victorious.
Starters on the screen for you in terms of Philly Rise wearing the black uniforms today. Addie Nemchek, Jesse Moses, Atlee Vanesco, Jordan Palmer, and Olivia Vukosa. Those last 2 players played for the U.S. and Croatia, respectively, in the FIBA U17 World Cup that was completed in Mexico just a week ago. Stella Sakalis, Presley Sams, Maya Kovacek, Natalie Kuso, Giselle Janowski, the 5 players for the Wisconsin Lakers. And to Pete's point, the Lakers beat Philly Rise by 24 2 nights ago. My guess is, Pete, it's probably going to be a little closer this time around.
Well, I watched most of the Rise's victory in this semifinal game, and they played super. I would expect it to be a much closer game. Wouldn't surprise me if the Rise beat them, but I'd say Wisconsin played super in their win.
Gabrielle Morris, Cynthia Dew, and Kiera Negron are 3 officials for today's contest. The Wisconsin Lakers in white, Philly Rise in black. Both these teams played semifinals at 10:15. Vukosa swishes that in from 18 feet. We'll get you recruits, etc. Steal, lay it up for Jordan Palmer. Palmer gets the bucket. And Palmer was dominant.
So the shot clock had not started, so full court 2-2-1 press put on both made baskets here so far by the Philly Rise.
We got a scoreboard issue. This is the problem. There we go.
I tell you, if you can, we'll see at the end of the bench here in some caption or some film. But Philly Rise has some great lime uniforms that they wore in their victory earlier this morning that were really, really cool also. Kind of got that Oregon Duck type of presence. I don't know if Phil Knight's involved. They are an EYBL team, so they probably have the rights to use a lot of that stuff, but very, very cool. There you take a look at it. Thank you. Thank you. With a gorilla head on top of it.
So just getting the scoreboard issue taken care of, getting time reset. That's the reason for the delay. So a couple of early buckets for the Philly Rise. Again, the team that was beaten by the Wisconsin Lakers by 24 2 nights ago. 24 teams competed in this 10th grade championship. We're down to the top 2. 2-2-1 full court pickup for Philly Rise.
Well, that's a great way of breaking it.
And a 3 at the other end that does not go. Cool. And Palmer cleans the glass.
Strong rebound there for the sophomore.
Again, she is one of the top players in the nation. Spot up 3 does not go. Palmer again had the weak side glass, but the Lakers take it away. Player flies by, but Janowski could not keep the pivot foot planted, and Wisconsin Lakers commit their second turnover.
Just a little slide of the foot. Yeah, Greg, just a little slide. It's the right idea. She's looking for her teammate, just slid that foot a little bit. Man-to-man defense by Wisconsin Lakers.
And the one thing you'll see, this Wisconsin group is a bit undersized in comparison to the Rise. So what do? Go high-low. Vukosa finds Palmer, who lays it up and in.
Love that action, that high-low action there. Get it to the middle, look opposite.
Pull up 3 against the break is good for Maya Kovacek.
Really liked her game in the semis. Off the air, we were doing our prep, and I told you I really like the Lakers starting point guard, and she drains a three there also.
First team all-league in her conference back in Wisconsin. Kovacek went to Brookfield East High School. Will be a junior there this coming year. Wing shot does not go. Taken and missed by Atlee Vanesco. Let's see if the Lakers have kind of survived this first opening burst from the Rise. Runner off the window, count it, for Natalie Cuso. Natalie scored over 1,000 points in her first 49 games as a high school player. This is the point guard, Addie Nemchek. Again, they're getting a touch for their bigs every time down, and again, that's the advantage they have. Cuso misses 2 looks. Now a chance for the Lakers to go in front.
Thought about it. Nice drive.
The step through off the window, score it for Stella Sakalas. She is the lone non-Wisconsinite on this team. Western Springs, Illinois, Nazareth Academy is where she plays her high school basketball. 7 consecutive points, and the Lakers jump right back in front.
Well, they haven't had that press to break, and they've got good shots on misses by Philly.
Runner in the lane with a left hand, doesn't get the roll. Cuso with the rebound.
Oh, get the ball stopped. Didn't stop it far enough. You got to stop the ball out there 15 feet. She got to about 8 feet, and then you don't turn it off.
Cuso was named the Milwaukee Area Player of the Year this year. She's going to be a junior next year. 9 in a row for the Lakers. Good double by the Lakers, but the player you don't want to double off of is probably Palmer, who's got 6 of the 8 for Philly Rise.
Yeah, what a player she is.
And again, made basket equals 2-2-1 pressure. Good job to fend that off by the Lakers. Leads to an open 3, leads to a made triple. That shot was taken and made by Maya Kovacek, her second made 3.
When your point guard can shoot that well, that's just such a great advantage for your team.
And I believe a blocking foul.
Yeah, it was a good idea. She tried to jump to driving lane there and drew the foul. There you see it. Sam's with the foul there for Wisconsin. Yep, had the arms down a little bit. Didn't get that right foot fired out fast enough to cut off the driving lane, but you can live with a foul like that, speaking as a former coach here.
That was Moses that had the drive for Philly Rise. She's now replaced by Taylor Brown. Brown will be a sophomore next year as she is playing up a class. And she has offers from Miami, Temple, Louisville, Marquette, Maryland, Alabama, SMU, and Florida State.
She was a spark plug in that semifinal win. I saw her play a little bit.
Moses 3, no.
Good play, though. Good play. Nice set play. Got weak side open.
Good recovery by Philly Rise. 5 out. Welcome to modern basketball.
Ooh.
And that was, let's see who that foul is going to be on.
Should be on the Laker, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it should be on the Laker.
The Philly Rise player had gotten the clean steal and then was bumped. Wisconsin Lakers commit the turnover.
Kusau. Yep. Usually you want about 10-foot passes, Greg. When you get about 15 feet, and I said that in the earlier game too, you're just begging for someone to shoot the passing lane. It's just too long a pass there. Wisconsin's been an all-man defense so far, and the height advantage hurt them a little bit, but so far you've got them out. They've got everyone behind the three-point right now, the Philly team does. Oh, good roll cut there. Good curl. Boy, Palmer is tough, isn't she? Wow.
Palmer with 8.
She needs to get a touch almost every time right now.
So Palmer a chance to add to that. Bring the Rise within 1. Again, all of the points so far from the post players for Philly Rise.
Yeah. Taylor Gifford checked into the contest. She's from Waukesha, Wisconsin. Plays at West High School.
Palmer misses. Palmer from Oxford, Pennsylvania. And she'll be a sophomore this coming year. She is playing up. Isolation. Foul drawn. That's Janowski. Janowski played for Pewaukee, Wisconsin, and they were the D2 state champs this past year. She and her teammate Aubrey Spitzner on this Lakers squad, high school teammates together.
Yeah, they have 2 from Pewaukee and 2 from Arrowhead High School. So 4 of their players know each other very well because they're teammates in the regular season, the school year season.
Connects on the second of 2 free throws, does Janowski for her first point of the game.
Wondering if Wisconsin going to play any zone here pretty soon, just because all the points, as you just referred to, by the Philly Rise have been in the paint, around the basket, around the rim. Just giving up a lot of size. They're battling. I mean, they're tough players, Wisconsin, but just got a size disadvantage. There's another one at the lane. Would have got if there would have been a foul early. Sakalis on the foul on the drive on the baseline.
So underneath out of bounds coming here for Philly Rise.
This could be a good set here. ISO post. Yep, slipped the screen there. Oh, right idea, just couldn't catch the ball.
And it leads to a turnover.
You know, they all can handle it. They've had 3 or 4 different lead guards, talking about the Lakers, bring the ball up against the man pressure.
Fake the shot on the drive. Good job by Palmer, just to do enough where Sakalis couldn't really kind of get the shot she wanted to.
Good choice by Palmer.
Fakes the give and go, has the step through, her shot altered.
Ooh.
Second shot, no.
Fouled.
Third
Count it.
shot.
Count it. Yep.
Good basket.
Yeah.
Palmer has been, well, next to impossible to stop. She's got 10 of the 12 for Philly Rising, and you and I had the chance to kind of scout these teams and watch their respective semis, and Palmer in the previous semifinal, clearly the best player on the floor. They played the team you just saw, their 10th grade team, that being FBC United, and Palmer played a massive role in getting them to this championship game.
Tough player. Really, really tough player.
She shot 60% from the floor in that U17 World Cup. She's now got 11, and we're tied at 13. Let's 2 players fly by. Janowski just could not finish.
They've got all the 50-50 balls to this point so far, too. A loose ball that could have been picked up by the Philly East, and instead it is a 3 for Presley Sams.
Third made triple so far for Wisconsin Lakers.
Just standing right now. Philly just not getting a lot of motion.
Sophie Smith missed the shot. And Sams stepped on the sideline.
Again, as we pointed out in the 9th grade game, the 3-point lines are just a bit confusing sometimes if you're not used to it. So an experience opportunity here for both these teams, playing with a black traditional 3, another one another foot out, and another one about 2 more feet out.
Spitzner in for the Lakers. Good movement. The pull from 15 does not go, and on the weak side glass, throwing it off the Wisconsin Lakers player. That hit Bella Klages, who just checked in. As both teams going a bit deeper into their bench.
This is the 6th game both teams have played in these 3 days.
This is Vanesco on the handle.
Tell you, Wisconsin plays sneaky defense. When I say that, they're quicker than they appear. They've got nice length, but not great length like we saw, particularly in the 9th grade game. Both teams had a lot of good wingspan defense. Wisconsin moves their feet very well.
Wisconsin, no player above 6'1". Drive by Palmer, couldn't get it to go. Rebound collected by Klages.
Double screen, double screen for the shot there.
19-second difference, shot clock and game clock. The contested runner does not go. And Sophie Smith with the rebound. Rise can hold for a last look if they so choose. They choose not to. Smith the miss. the Lakers will get the loose ball. Plenty of time to get in the front court here. Ball's got to go up now. In time, but just off target. Kovacic the miss. Well, great start for Philly Rise. Then the Wisconsin Lakers fight back. Both teams relatively in neutral the last 2 or 3 minutes. 3-point lead for the team from Wisconsin. Pete, overall impressions of the opening 8 minutes?
Well, as you pointed out, the Rise got off to a good start because they scored and were able to get into a 2-2-1 full court press that just for a moment seemed to catch the Philly Lakers off guard. But after that, the Lakers have had really good ball movement. As you take a look at their huddle, Coach Michael Ells, longtime coach of this Wisconsin Lakers program, former head coach at Lake Mills High School for a while before really get into the club basketball championships. He's assisted by Jason Koforth. And I think he's just talking about good ball movement. But as you look at, they had tremendous ball movement. Now we'll move into the Philly Rise huddle, coached by Tony Lee, who also used to coach the Philadelphia Ballers club team. He's assisted by Kevin Lynch there on his left. His team has 2 players from Red Bank Catholic High School and 2 players from the Westtown School, including Jordan Palmer, who's been the standout for this Philly Rise team. She has, 11 of their 13 points. She's the only double-digit scorer in the game, and thank goodness for the Rise. She's off to a great start after this first quarter.
Rise beat Elevate Elite 66-47 in their opener. Again, lost to the Lakers on day 1 by 26. They still finished second in the pool and moved on. They then beat Miami Sun Select by 12, Boo Williams by 24. So really didn't have any close games until the semifinal. There you see the FBC United team. And that's the team that was beaten by Philadelphia Rise. That's the 10th grade team that you're seeing from FBC United. Rise got them by 3. Pete, you and I watched the end of that game. That was literally down to a final look from 3 for FBC, and they couldn't tie it.
Right, and the Rise hit clutch free throws down the stretch. They drew a lot of fouls and were able to convert on it.
So Lakers have the ball in a 3-point lead. And the Lakers, a rather casual turnover. By the way, the Lakers beat Elevate Elite by 20 in their opening game, beat Philly Rise by 24, beat Exodus NYC by 15. Then in the quarterfinals, things got tougher. Beat Team Lex by 3 and beat Legends U by 7 to get to this championship game.
Where will the points come with Palmer taking a break here to start the second quarter for the Philly Rise?
Turnover.
Yeah, we don't know yet. Didn't get a shot up.
And then they get it right back. Left-handed shot does not go. Touched last, I believe, by the Philly Rise. Correct in both teams. A little haphazard the basketball to start the second stanza.
Maya Kovacic did a great job stopping the drive. She's going to bring the ball up as the point on this possession, but did a really good job of not fouling and not allowing her to score.
Grayson Phillips in there for the Wisconsin Lakers.
Yep, just straight motion offense. They pass and cut really well. You can tell they've played a lot together.
And off the window, count the bucket for Stella Sakalis.
Here's our right weak side drive here. She knows she's got a little bit of a size advantage on the smaller Taylor Brown, and she gets underneath that elbow and draws the foul and converts and has a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Cesara Green in there for the first time for Philly Rise. Olivia Vukosa earned a screen as well back in the game. And the free throw rolls in for Sakalis. Right down the lane, lay it up and in. That's Atlee Vanesco.
A rare defensive miss for Wisconsin. They haven't given up very many drives. Palmer did all her damage basically on just good post-ups in that first quarter.
5 out, 1 in, or 5 out, I should say, no one in. Just trying to find the mismatch for the Lakers. The step through, and that's where the length of Philly Rise is a problem. Pull by Vanesco, yes.
Boy, she's been a nice spark here to start the second quarter. A pair of baskets here.
Offered by Columbia, Pitt, Marquette, and Virginia Tech, amongst others. And I have seen most of those schools in attendance here today. 3 is good for Grayson Phillips. Phillips for Wisconsin from Waunakee, Wisconsin.
Picked a good time for her first basket to kind of stop this run that the Philly Rise had going.
Good hands and a turnover.
All 3 Wisconsin Lakers came over to stop the drive. Good help defense.
It was Madison coaches that, or somebody called her name, unfortunately, on a turnover. That shot does not go. It's a 5-point lead for the Lakers.
Woo.
2-point lead for the Lakers.
Woo.
As that one is splashed home by Taylor Brown.
Taylor Brown says, you better guard me from behind this line. I know where I'm shooting from.
And that is the first made 3 of the game for the Philly Rise. Left hand, no, but good rebound. Leads to a 3-point try. Kovacek has made 3 of those.
Boy, it just drives the coach crazy when you get a chance to, you miss a layup and you have a chance to get a rebound and they kick it out for a 3 because you just don't come up with a defensive rebound.
Starting to see more offensive rebounds in both directions in this game. Ooh, coaches for 3. Got that one too.
Now we're heating up from 3.
Madison coaches from Chatham, New Jersey. She'll be a junior next year.
Not too far from Philly.
Good drive. See if they give her credit on the way up or not. But everything about this Lakers team is modern basketball. Just space the floor. Either you're going to the line, a layup, or you're shooting a 3.
I'll tell you, Sakalis, she doesn't look like she's someone that could drive really well, except she plays in such a low position on the drive. She's low, and when the defense doesn't get down as low as her, she can get that extra step or that extra couple inches in front of the defensive player, and then she has a chance to get to the rim there. She's 2 for 2 at the line. She has 6 points, has a chance to finish this second free throw as we have some more players in for the Lakers.
Taylor Gifford back in for the Lakers. Sakalis misses the second. More importantly, Palmer returns for the Philly Rise.
I was going to point that out too. Palmer's back in.
She got a 3.5-minute break. Palmer already in double figures with 11. On the hustle, it's Palmer that tracks it down. Shot clock at 13, still plenty of time here for Philly Rise.
Kind of surprised Addie Nemchek hasn't scored yet. She's back in the contest for Philly Rise, wearing number 1.
Ball had to go up because of the shot clock. Fight for the loose ball. Tracked down by Nemchek. 3 for Vanesco does not go.
Oh, Taylor Brown.
And Brown.
Taylor Brown
lays it up and in. She's got 5 off the bench.
Great defensive play. Just got lower that time than Sakalis to make that steal.
8 off the bench for Philly Rise. 5 for Brown, 3 for coaches. Lead down to 1. And again, tough to make that pass against that length of Philly Rise.
Yeah, Palmer did a nice job defending with her hands up.
A chance to take the lead here for Philly. And Brown couldn't finish. Nemchek on the crash, but couldn't get there in time. From 17, yes. The mid-range game, not a lost art for Stella Sakalis.
Yeah, did a great job of gathering herself. She caught it on the move and still was able to plant and get her body balanced. Nobody in the post right now, which is a good, there's the cut by Palmer. She says, I'll take it, and I'll make it on the second shot.
She is a walking double-double, is Palmer. She's got 13.
It's a 1-point game, Greg. It seems like Wisconsin should be up more. They were, but the Philly Rise have just been kind of hanging around.
Shot clock at 12. And again, that length is a problem, and Palmer gets the takeaway.
Oh, good look by Palmer. Wisconsin looks a little gassed right now here.
Nemchek missed it, but
3 shots. Maybe 4.
And saves it off, the Wisconsin Laker player.
Yeah, the Lakers look a little gassed.
Addie Nemchek.
Yep.
On the hustle.
Coach Ellis may agree with me. Line change for them to get some fresh players in here.
Yeah, Kovacek back in.
Each team has 9 dressed. All 9 have played. In the words of our friend Mark Boyle.
Nemchek's 3, no. And the rebound corralled by Kovacek.
Double screen on that left side, but it also gives her a clear out opportunity. Good. Palmer is everywhere. Everywhere on that block.
It is easy to see why she is a national level player. She played on the U17 national team and did so playing up. Obviously playing in the 16-year-old division, the 10th grade championship here.
Here's the drive, and watch Palmer. Man, got great length, good athleticism.
Yeah, but turns it over here.
Well, great defense there. Great help side defense by Kusau to stop the drive. And she makes the extra pass there.
Wide left, but there's an extra possession opportunity. But turned over. Speed for Philly Rise, really starting to play a factor. Woo-hoo. Moses on the drive, no, but going to be a late whistle. And Jesse Moses, I think, will get the chance to shoot too.
Yeah. Janowski charged with a foul there.
Moses hit 2 key free throws late to give Philly a 3-point lead against FBC United. Moses has offers from Arizona and North Carolina. Moses attends Westtown School from Penn Valley, Pennsylvania.
Amazing the national recruiting. We're talking about a young lady who's a 10th grader in Pennsylvania and Arizona and also North Carolina, 2 opposite directions on our United States map, have offered her a scholarship, and she lives in Pennsylvania.
Foul. Neither team in the bonus just yet.
No, it's been a really clean game. I mean, compared to the start of the 9th grade championship we did earlier this afternoon, where fouls were just flying all over the place, like leaves coming off a tree.
FBC United won our 9th grade championship for the preceded this game.
2 double screens set on that out of bounds play. I really liked it. There's the ISO there.
The runner, tough shot over Palmer. That's Sakalas, she's got 10.
Palmer on the post up here, pick and roll.
And again, they were sagging to cover Palmer, understandably so.
Yep, nice defense there by the Lakers.
That was a good shot for the Rise. I'm not sure the same percent for the Lakers on the 17-foot pull-up.
A little quick there.
Vanesco realizes she's got time. 3-second difference, shot clock and game clock. See if the Rise kind of elect to hold and stretch this out a little bit. Vanesco got it.
Boy, great possession.
Tied at 30.
Yes, Greg, sorry. They had great possession there.
Third different player to make a 3. This one off in time, but does not go. Sakalas with 10. Could not add to it. So, seemingly a fitting first half because both teams had their kind of spurts and starts in half number 1. Philly Rise 30, Wisconsin Lakers 30. Pete, your impressions of half number 1?
Well, Philly outscored them that second quarter 17-14 to tie this game up. Philly Rise got more contributions from other players besides Palmer. Palmer sat the first 3 minutes of the second quarter. I think some of the Rise kind of stepped up their game because she was out. And then when she got back in, she did some more damage. Meanwhile, the Lakers had a couple careless turnovers, and that's not a characteristic of this Lakers program. And those turnovers caused them missed opportunities and allowed the Rise to get back in it.
Scoring in the first half, Sakalas with 10, Kovacek with 9, Kusau with 4, 3 for Sams, 3 for Phillips, and 1 for Janowski. The three-point shot factored heavily for the Lakers. 15 of their 30 points came from three-point range. 4 Philly Rise, 5 for Taylor Brown. Vanesco with 7. Madison coaches with 3. All of those players, by the way, made a 3. 3 made threes for Philly in the opening half. Palmer with 13, but frankly, she rested some in the second quarter and was more of a factor offensively. She was a factor all over the floor the entire half, but had 11 points in the first quarter, just 2 in the second quarter. Vukosa had the opening bucket of the game, has not scored since. She had 2. Nemchek, Moses, Smith, and Green all played, but did not score. Coaches' huddles taking places as we speak. Let's go ahead and show you the first half highlights. But, Pete, give me your thoughts as to what the messaging is for coaches to their teams right now.
Well, if you're Wisconsin, it's the turnovers are the reason why we don't have this lead right now. As you'll see several steals here in this highlight package here by the Philly Rise. Also, I want to give credit here to Taylor Brown. You asked me what caused the second quarter to change a little bit. Taylor Brown came off the bench and had 2 buckets and really did a good job as a floor general here. A lot of these early highlights you're going to see Wisconsin has some great drives. They're a driving team, but then Palmer, as you mentioned, had 11 of the 13 points in the first quarter for them. Love the way that Sakalis is playing. She had a great first quarter there. You see her on the highlights there.
If you're Philly Rise, do you have to run more through your post? We saw it early, not as much in quarter number 2.
I think the impression has been made that Palmer, when she's out, we can score. There's what I was talking about with Taylor Brown. But if you're Philly Rise, I think Palmer's got to get more touches. I mean, she is a National Player of the Year candidate, or I forget what you said the first half, but I really like a lot of players' games in this. And I'll tell you, the Rise didn't hit a 3 the first quarter. They hit 3 the second quarter.
I think the Lakers, again, we mentioned the fact half their points are from threes. And again, you kind of knew that going in is what they were looking to do. I thought you said it well. Maybe the reason why Philly is able to kind of hang in this game so far, they're the ones that have seemingly gotten free points. Nothing yet like that for Wisconsin. If Wisconsin can kind of pull that back, that might be the difference in half number 2.
Yeah, and again, these two teams, if you didn't hear us in the first half, these two teams met during the pool play. Wisconsin was victorious 86-62, so a little bit of a chip on your shoulder coming in, Philly Rise, from the standpoint of they beat us by 24, and I had to wait a day and a half to play them again to avenge that loss, and they're right in this contest. There's someone I mentioned, you missed her just a minute ago, but Maya Kovacic has had 3 threes, has played really well. She's missed a shot. I think all 3 of her threes she made. I would like to see her maybe see if she did miss a 2. That's right, she did miss a 2 about 8 feet around the rim, but what a great shooter. And the Lakers very versatile here, but the difference, Lakers get no point in the paint. Now, when I say that, on drives, yes, but no back-to-basket moves, no inside moves. They're undersized, so they've got to hit threes, and they've got to drive to the basket and convert when they can or draw a foul when they drive.
Your thoughts of this event in general. You and I had the pleasure of doing this a year ago, and it was in Memphis. Rock Hill has been a wonderful host site. Again, tremendous talent in the men's division on Thursday, the women's division that we get to see here on Monday. Again, this kind of caps off the summer AAU circuit. Your thoughts about what the basketball we have witnessed over the course of this last week in the far northern reaches of South Carolina.
It has not disappointed. We were lucky enough to get to make the call last year when they played in Memphis at the Memphis Sports Center. As we take a look at a lot of coaches and parents, but a lot of coaches and chaperones here. Been a great event. Extremely well run. I know you'll hit up all the people that make this possible. There's coaches from the University of Texas, and it's been a fun event. And Rock Hill has been a beautiful place to host it. We passed buses coming in and out. We came in earlier, drop off the teams. They're here all day for education parts put on by the NCAA. There's a couple other things being run right now besides this tournament.
Yeah, there's the kind of not for the teams but individuals, kind of the college preparatory pathway that is taking place in conjunction with this event. Partnership with USA Basketball and the NCAA. And the reason we have a whistle is the shot clock never started.
Well, one change in the Philly Rise lineup. I was curious if Coach Lee was going to start Taylor Brown. He does here in the second half. She's going to be inbounding the ball, and she'll be on the wing here to start. Wisconsin's played all man-to-man if you just joined us. All man defense so far. Philly Rice kind of abused it in the first quarter with a lot of baskets in the post because they give up some size. But the second quarter, the Rice hit a couple threes, actually 3 threes. And we have a great tie game here. This is kind of like the start of the game. We had the same problem, little clock problem here. Here we go.
This is Palmer.
Definitely want to get her to touch the first possession here. Oh, nice screen.
Brown will let fire. That does not go. Good inside position by the Lakers.
Brown gets to start the second half over Moses.
Was right by Nemchek on the drive, but and there's Palmer. Owning the glass has been the case throughout the course of the tournament. Nemchek. No.
Nemchek still has not scored yet.
And really the Lakers are sagging off of virtually any player that is not Palmer at this point.
Right, right.
And again, I think we have another clock malfunction as a reason for the whistle.
Yeah. Vanesco was a big lift there in the second quarter for the Rise. She was able to hit a 3 and get a pair of 2s for 7 points.
Yeah, Brown getting it out over Moses here.
People want a shot clock, okay, but it does cause another thing that out of people's hands, can go wrong and slow down the game a little bit. But I understand. I see both sides of it. I'm coming from a state that still does not have a shot clock in the state of Indiana. Boy, she gets under that elbow and gets to the rim and draws the foul. Love how low she plays, that being Stella Sakalis.
So Sakalis will shoot 2. She has 2 of 3 from the free throw line so far. And again, because of the 5-guard nature of this Wisconsin Lakers squad, you're seeing Vukosa, and basically whoever has that matchup on Vukosa, they're going right at her on the drive.
Again, the delay is there. There's some keys that aren't working on that scoreboard. We are across. If you want to know where we're calling the game from, we're behind the official right now and behind that left side of the free throw lane. Just having some real struggles with the electronics right now. That's about the only glitch in the 3 days we've been here. Just a little bit of a clock, and they're going to send the teams back to the benches here while they get that corrected.
Yeah, shot clock is kind of frozen at 26, and it should be reset to 30. So hence, because of that, teams are getting a bit of a free timeout at this point. That shot clock has gotten a lot of work over the course of the last week. And again, there was an earlier stop on the Adidas circuit to be here in Rock Hill a couple of weeks ago for their 17-year-old division. They had their championship here.
Again, we haven't talked about it very much in this game, but we're in the Rock Hill Sports and Event Center, which has 8 other courts. If you're looking at the view you have right now, there we go. Our cameramen are all over. You can take a look at this beautiful, this is the spectator arena, the main game arena. There's 8 courts as you're looking above the railing there, and games are going on right now on 7 of those 8 courts. It's just a tremendous facility for these athletes, these student athletes. And just everything's been first class here. Just an excellent, excellent venue.
Team's kind of in a holding pattern until we get the clock malfunction figured out. Frankly, there has not been many, if any, possessions that have been a factor in terms of the 30-second shot clock in this game. If that is not operator error, that seems to be a malfunction in the hardware at this point.
Hardware.
So neither team has scored a point here in the opening 51 seconds, but Sakalis will have 2 free throws, and now the shot clock is back at 30.
Speaking as an old coach, this is when these things happen over the years. I got a chance to coach. It's a little bit, you get on edge because you give the halftime speech. You know what you're supposed to do. Now the clock's back stuck on 26 again. You know what you want them to do, and now you've got ample time here to just kill. It just kind of kills the moment here, but they'll get a flow here once they get that corrected.
And frankly, neither team has kind of gotten off to a rip-roaring start here in the just couple of possessions up and down the floor. And you almost wonder if there might be a stopwatch used, from a shot clock standpoint. because you don't want to hold up the teams too far. And frankly, even though this is the championship game, there are other games that will take place on this court to follow.
Right.
And these are the only two that we will broadcast to you on the USA Basketball YouTube channel.
No, but you're wondering, people may be wondering what else is going on. What's going to be on after this? Isn't the championship being held at the same time here as the Women's Junior College Pathways teams, I should say. Junior College Pathway Teams event put on by the NCAA College Basketball Academy, and the Pathways, where it's just a lot of hoops here. If you're a hoop lover and have a chance to know where this is at, don't have to be a parent to come. I mean, we have a great crowd besides college coaches. You know, you say, well, there's a lot of empty seats. Well, there's a lot of people on that balcony you don't see behind us, too. So
that is basically what you're watching right there. That's the third place game for this age group that is taking place right now.
Or Silver Division.
That's the FBC team that Philly Rise beat in the semifinals.
Right. Pretty darn good team, too. Pretty darn good team. You'll see a lot of players in that black and gold uniforms. That's USA Basketball's Pathway Academy, Pathway teams for the individuals. I'm not sure I've had this much of a delay for a clock before.
Usually at some point in time, you'll simply say, all right, we're going to turn the shot clock off, and one of you have a stopwatch. And I'm not sure that there is a PA set up here. They've got it at 30 now. But almost where you say, listen, you need to announce it at 5, 4, 3, et cetera.
Right.
To not freeze the players.
Well, let's hope they can shake it off. As you said, they weren't off to a torrid start these first 52 seconds of the third quarter anyway. Hopefully this little delay doesn't hold them down. Probably won't.
Sackless to shoot two.
She says, you can't freeze me. I'm 3 for 3 at the line this game. Short.
But the rebound for the Lakers.
Palmer didn't block out. One of the rare mistakes she made, but it didn't cost him, luckily.
Kosa grabs it. Kusau had the loose ball, but couldn't finish.
Pin down, pin down. Yep, they're 4 out trying to get the ball inside. Kosa, there she has it. There she doesn't make it, though.
With the rebound by Nemchak, who then stumbled. And the Lakers do not touch it. And we talked about how the Lakers are going to try to go at Vukosa when they have the opportunity, but the opposite is true. She has a mismatch in the low block every time she touches it. Vukosa at 6'4", and the Lakers now have a player taller than 6'1" on their roster.
Jessie Moses, who started the game, she checks back in here, giving Nemchak a little bit of a break after she lost that ball out of bounds.
Vukosa, got her hand in the passing lane.
Ooh, nice
feed to Palmer from Vanesco. Palmer's got 15. First field goal for either team. That was about a minute and a half into the third quarter. Runner shot blocked by Vukosa. Jump ball. And the arrow will keep it right here. Vukosa, by the way, has offers from USC, Miami, Alabama, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia Tech.
Now there's that beautiful pass to Palmer for the layup. Double screen set on the weak side on the out-of-bounds play. Well, that was, I hate to say it, I think the shot clock switched over, didn't it?
No, what happened was, and again, like I said, we have not had a shot clock possession that has run late. So what happened was that once it got to 5, you see 16 on there.
Yeah.
That's actually intense. That was supposed to be like 1.6. It's the first time the shot clock's gotten below 5. Perhaps when they reset it, that was what was showing. But that was the issue with the shot clock.
Oh, that's a tough break for Sackless because she just thought it was down to, I got to shoot it. Wow. 5 out. Now they're going to post her now. There we go. 4 out. Reverse it. Let her pin down or clear an ISO. Shot clock down to 5. That's a good person to have it. When the shot clock is down to 5 is Palmer.
Palmer lays it up with him with 2 on the 30. So Palmer's got 17 to lead all scores. And it's a 3-point lead now for Philly Rise.
Boy, Kovacek just can't get open for a shot. She's 3 for 3 in the game. She's on this weak side, number 14. Ooh, tough shot.
Vukosa.
Well defended.
Great job of rebounding her position. Again, played for the Croatian U17 team in the FIBA World Cup. Good catch in traffic, but just couldn't finish through traffic.
Yeah, nice job swarming her on that play. Brown did a good job getting to her, but it's a tough spot.
Lakers miss, and let's talk about this. Wisconsin has not scored a field goal here in the first 3:20 of the third quarter.
Yeah. The good news for them, the Rise have only scored 2. Rise have only scored 2 points.
Jazara Green now enters.
Or I'm sorry, 4 points, 2 field goals. I meant to say 2 field goals. Thank you, Greg.
Green
Both of them by Palmer.
Backdoor cut for Green. Good turn, missed it. Green saw limited minutes in the opening half. She too has multiple major college offers already. Wing 3, no. After that popped out. Vanesco, the rebound.
Oh, stopped the ball, 15-footer.
But missed it. So midway through this third quarter, and a combined 5 points have been scored.
Well, I blame a little bit on just the way they've had to wait for the clock to come over some problems, but they didn't go off to a good start either.
On the dribble, kept her dribble.
Good choice.
Sakalis.
May burn her time out there, but she didn't.
Shot clock at 6. The runner got it. Kusau, she's got 6. That's the first field goal of the half for the Wisconsin Lakers. Brown splits defenders but missed it. Now for the lead, the 3, no. And again, Palmer owns the glass.
Yeah, Lakers just don't get very many second chance opportunities.
Vanesco, good look that wouldn't go. Jump ball. Arrow should be the way of the Rise.
Yeah, nice job by Z Green getting on the floor there for the Philly Rise. Substitutions for both squads here. A pair of Lakers come in. One Rise player comes in, giving Taylor Brown a break. It's actually Madison Coaches coming in. She's in there with Sophie Smith, one of the 2 players from Red Bank Catholic High School on this Philly Rise team.
Will be Lakers ball.
You know, no zones yet. Everyone's just pretty much played man-to-man this entire contest. Yeah, they do switch defenses. I mean, when they switch their double screen at the top, nice play.
Sakalis, Palmer just gotten away. Gifford a rebound, missed the first shot. And then the 3 is errant, and unfortunately a camera took the brunt of that rebound.
Kovacek's that's her first miss from behind the arc. She's 3 of 4 now. Rise with a 1-point lead here. About 2.5 minutes to go in this third quarter.
There's Vanesco. Step back.
Wow.
Got it. That's a 2. But again, they'll take any points as both teams, the rhythm they had in the first half just has gone away, unfortunately. It's a 3-point lead for the Philly Rise.
Vanesco with 9 now.
Sakalis, tough shot, no. Good rebound. Fights through traffic, but again, Palmer just too strong.
Oh, she tripped her accidentally.
Yeah, got tripped up.
Well, you know, in the school season, she gets those shots out no problem. When you got Palmer down there, the outstanding player for the Rise. Those shots are much more difficult.
She could be playing against the Wisconsin Badgers and the Marquette Eagles. I'm not sure they're getting those shots, but Palmer is.
Yeah.
He is a special talent.
Just a reminder, these are sophomores out here. A couple girls playing up even.
Correct. Palmer's one of them.
Yeah, Palmer's one of them.
So a lot of these players will be juniors this coming season, but a handful are sophomores. It's the 10th grade championship. 9th grade championship won by FBC United.
Curl and pin down.
Bukosa got fouled.
Yeah.
So Palmer getting her respite in the second half a bit earlier than we saw in half number one. She shat for about the first 3.5 minutes of quarter number two.
Only 7 made three-pointers in this game. 4 by the Lakers, 3 by the Rise.
And the Lakers, after making those 5 threes in half number one, have 3 points in half number two.
And Grayson Phillips checks in. She has one of the three-point field goals for the Lakers.
Bukosa missed the second free throw.
Curl cut. Nice.
Here's a good look.
Nope.
But missed it. That was Taylor Gifford that missed. Good recovery by the Lakers.
Good find.
Green just kind of turned off the wrong shoulder at first. Had a layup if she had turned the opposite direction.
Short.
That does not go. And again, Bukosa, frankly, has had a much bigger impact in half number two, but she and Moses not on the same page and turns it right back over. This game is here for the taking for either squad. Good hustle by Gifford. Another look from three. Got it. Giselle Janowski, her first field goal. She's got 4 points in total. 6th made three for the Lakers, and it's back to a 1-point game.
Yeah, that's Giselle's first clean look at the basket.
Moses can't answer. And Bukosa going to be called for the foul.
And Bukosa was open on the slip. When Moses caught on the end, both players kind of ran towards her defensively. Ball showing back inside. Not saying she couldn't have made that shot, but Bukosa was supposed to get the ball in that set. And now Vukosa's out along with Palmer. So let's see if the Lakers can take advantage. Not as much size now in that defensive lineup for Philly.
Taylor Brown, Sophie Smith come back in. You would think that Palmer's back on the floor to start the fourth quarter. Immediately a low block look. Recognized immediately. Kusau with now 8. And it's a 1-point lead for the Lakers. And a half where they have struggled mightily offensively. They have reclaimed the lead. Just joining us, it was a tie game at halftime. Shot clock is turned off.
Yeah, I would think Palmer would get the shot here with the lineup they currently have out there. Trying to beat her off the dribble.
Moses, long two, no.
I meant Moses, excuse me, yeah.
Hustle on the rebound. Nobody claims possession, and the quarter comes to an end. So, 38-37. It's probably not a quarter that either team's going to do a lot of film study on, to be honest about it. But both these teams have put themselves in position to win a national-level championship in the fourth quarter. Pete, what's going to be the difference?
Turnovers, I think. I mean, both teams kind of errant. Neither team shot the ball that third quarter very well, but every possession counts here. You're playing for the championship, the club championship of USA basketball in the gold division. You're telling your players to get good shots. Don't pass up shots, don't get me wrong, but take care of the ball. A lot of careless turnovers by both teams in that third quarter. That's what I think both coaches are probably telling. Coach, we're inside the huddle there of the Philly Rise team. Coach Tony Lee, assisted by Kevin Lynch. Again, got to this championship by winning 3 games in the brackets. They were 2-1 in pool play. And let's see how much longer they keep their two post players or tallest players in Vukosa and Palmer on the bench. Looks like they're going to come off the bench here. Nope, Palmer's back in. She did check in. Vukosa's going to stay on the bench a little bit. So Palmer, the leading scorer in the game. I've got her for 17, Greg. Jordan Palmer. Had 2 field goals early in the third quarter for the Rise. Meanwhile, we switch gears there. You see Palmer there.
So Brown, Moses, coaches Smith and Palmer, the 5 on the floor. Sams, Kovacek, Janowski, Sakalis, Kusau, the 5 on the floor for the Lakers. Long 2, splashed home. A big time for Jessie Moses to get her first bucket of the game.
Yeah, good job, good drive there by Taylor Brown to find her double screen on the weak side.
Kusau on the drive, goes right at Smith and scores over. Natalie now at 10. She joins Sakalis as those in double figures for the Lakers.
6 in the fourth quarter, the second half for her. 4 out, 1 in. This time the post player for the Rise. Not one of the normal names there.
Brown, the scoop, doesn't get it to go. Ball poked away by Palmer. And that was, if not intentional, a very wise foul,
yeah.
because that was a bucket at the other end.
Give one. That was a run out. You're not a kid. Got some big-time assistant coaches. I had a chance to pan the gymnasium here, the arena.
There's talent worth evaluating here.
Yeah. And/or we've offered you, we love you, we're here to watch you. Please win. There's the post up to Sophie Smith.
Nice basket cut by coaches and got the foul. I'm not sure that pass was intended for Smith.
No, I'm not either.
It worked out just the same for Philly Rise.
Well, what is she, 6'2" anyway? I think she jumped out there and just said, I'm going to swoop down and get this.
Smith, who attends Red Bank Catholic High School. She and Nemchek high school teammates. Free throw is up and good.
Hadn't been a lot of free throws shot in this game.
Misses the second. Kusau on the first one. Got fouled in the second one by Palmer and give her the and one opportunity.
I like how Natalie, who now is 12 points, look how fast she gets back in the play. Meanwhile, Smith, who was trying to avoid the foul, got below the baseline. She's out of the play. It's 5-on-4 for the offensive rebound, and Kusau takes advantage of it.
She's now got 13. First team All-State. Been named the Milwaukee Area Player of the Year as a sophomore. Ooh. Not exactly a small town, we're referencing in Milwaukee.
No, no. We're not talking about Pewaukee, we're talking about Milwaukee. Though we have 2 players from Pewaukee on this Wisconsin team.
Jump ball. Arrow should go to the Wisconsin Lakers and does.
Okay, each team with 1 turnover here now in this fourth quarter. As I said, turnovers I think will be the big key. Coach is telling each team not to turn the ball over, I would think, going into it. Get a good shot. Don't force things.
Rukosa and Nemchek back in. And now a timeout called by the Wisconsin Lakers. What are you drawing up here in this timeout, Pete, with the ball with 6:20 to play?
There you take a look at Michael Ells. I wish our cameras could get in there. We got cameras all over the place, but none. No, we need a drone to shoot right down there, as you see. Coach Ells, what he's probably talking about is on this possession, he wants to see if he can stretch this lead up to 5 or 6 with a basket. So he wants to make sure they get a good possession. Maybe he thought they were a little winded here. It was just a 30-second timeout. You've got both big girls back in the contest for the Rise. When I say big girls, I mean their tallest players, the really dominant post players. Palmer can go inside and out. Lukosa does a lot of damage in there. You see, take a look at the pair of them right there. So how do they attack this on this out-of-bounds play? I couldn't see the play, but I would think they'll have some kind of special drawn-up set play after this. Just goes a high 1-4 set. Going to her left hand, that's the call right there. Didn't get it, but that was the call there.
Again, had the best defender on her on that play. That was best versus best of the 2 teams.
But Kusau, who's been hot, got her another shot there, just couldn't convert.
Palmer. Again, speaking of best,
boom,
get it to your best player, let her get to work.
Yeah.
Palmer's got 19, 1-point game. No need to overcomplicate things at times. Get the ball to your best player and let him go to work. Shot clock at 13. Good move. And how about that with the opposite hand? Tried to swat at it with her left hand and couldn't hit either. So a chance to reclaim the lead for Philly Rise. Brown for the lead. No.
Good block out.
Absolutely, by Sakalis.
Yeah, great block out to hold that block out without fouling.
For the Lakers, that three does not go in. Vukosa.
Oh, too long a pass.
Taken away. But then poked away by Palmer. Rise get it right back.
Nemchek.
Behind the back by Nemchek. Laid up and in by Palmer. And folks, that was the fundamental play to avoid the pressure. Good time to show off that behind the back pass for Nemchek. And Philly Rise have a 1-point lead.
You know I'm an old school coach, but I love that pass there because it's something kids practice nowadays. And if she would have stopped with a 2-foot jump stop, probably would have been a charge. I mean, nice rotation over there by Sams defensively to stop her. And if she would have had the jump stop, I think by then, and tried to kick that pass, it may have been deflected and they wouldn't have got that basket. So back when I was growing up, it was a showboat type of play. That was the proper pass there.
If you're the Lakers now, basically, I wouldn't say every time she touches it, it's a bucket. But clearly, they're going to run the offense through Palmer the rest of the way. If you're Wisconsin, what can you do defensively to try to slow her down?
Well, you can double her when she gets the ball inside because every time she's had a post up or been around the basket, no one has doubled her, and Palmer's had her way the whole game. I think you got to double that. Not knowing what type of ball they play right now, it looks like each team just lives and dies on their man-to-man defense because we haven't seen any defensive changes in the game. So, but it is Palmer time, as you're alluding to. And Nemchek, who still has not scored, look for her to make an impact here in the last couple minutes, too. She already did with that pass there.
No run and jump here, just half-court man pickup by Philly Rise.
But you notice Palmer now guarding the hottest player for the Lakers right now in Kusau. There's a mismatch size-wise, and they find her.
Good inside out. Sams turns it down the first time.
Good recovery there, though.
Underneath.
Oh,
and
tough shot.
Again, just
Palmer was right there.
as Kovacek turned, it was kind of an oh-no moment. 5 on the shot clock.
Yep, they switch both. I like this matchup for the Lakers. Short, though.
Fires from 18 and round the rebound.
Good block out, nice defense by Nemchek.
Almost midway through the final stanza. Little has separated these teams today. 10th grade national championship.
Double. Nope, there's the double right there. Made her kick it out.
Again, shot clock under 5. No problem for Taylor Brown.
Well, she made the double pay because by the time they helped and recovered, Brown had a step. Nice job by Taylor Brown.
Brown, who is also playing up an age group here today. Kovacek gets her first points of the second half.
She's got 14 now.
On the drive, Nemchek, no, but got the rebound, jump ball, tied up, but Philly Rise will have the arrow. Now, outside official may say foul. Yep, they're going to say foul. Inside official said jump ball, outside official said foul. So it'll be a foul, no jump ball, 2 free throws for Nemchek.
I like this outside official coming in and getting that correct because I believe that's the proper call is Addie Nemchek gets a pair of free throws. And I got to admit, I watched the Lakers bench. No complaints at all from Michael Ells, the head coach. He saw it too.
Vanesco back in for the Rise. Brown will have a seat. Nemchek, that was her first point, but missed the second. So 2-point lead for Philly.
Two best players for the Lakers on the left side of the court are 2 big scorers.
Kovacek up and under.
Man, you like the ferocity of her trying to score there. And it was a good move, but boy, you got 6'4" standing right in front of you. That's a tough shot.
That's 5'8" going on 6'4", too. And again, Philly content. Just drain a little time off the clock. Shot clock at 10. Moses now looks to go.
Palmer's on that right side now, up 4 out. Look for a post up there.
Moses will fire from 15 and
wow.
buries it. Her second field goal of the game makes it a 2-score game with 2.5 and change to play. Runner up and over, Palmer got it. 15 for Natalie Kusau.
Well, you gotta like that, how she matched that basket there. Well, she's looking for individual drive attempts. Nice cut by Palmer. Ooh, turnover.
Gives it away. 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. Three for the lead. Kovacek, no. And they're going to say instead of the block out for Nemchek, it was more of an arm bar for Nemchek holding the player down. So it'll be underneath out of bounds. It'll stay here on the foul.
Up, there you go, that left arm. Yep, and the outer official that saw it could see that arm illegally holding her off. Great call by the official. Tough call for Nemchek.
Neither team in the 2-shot penalty
Triple
just
screen.
yet.
Wow, there's a triple screen for the inbound.
Kovacek gets downhill, but again, Bukosa just swung down enough to draw the whistle. And 2 free throws potentially tie this game.
I tell you, Kovacek is a brave player. She just keeps continuing here the last couple of possessions to attack the rim.
And a first-team All-League player at her high school at Brookfield East. She's got a dozen. It makes them both. Tied at 49.
She's going to take a quick break here on defensive possession as Janowski checks back in for the Lakers.
Kusau with 15, Kovacek 13, Sakalis 11 to lead the Lakers. Palmer's 21 pacing the rise. 4 consecutive points for Wisconsin. Has tied us at 49. There's the look for Palmer. Drop step. Missed it, but Bukosa got it.
Came in from the, well, not on the weak side. She was on the strong side and dove to that weak side block for the rebound.
She's had a bigger impact than what I'm about to say has. That's her 5th point.
Yeah.
She's been a bigger factor than that. Kusau goes at Bonesco, got it. 17 for Natalie. And we're tied at 51 with 65 seconds to play. The intensity picking up here. Timeout coming for the Philly Fire. Yep. 30-second timeout called here. So now what are you drawing up here with 17 on the shot clock for Philly?
Well, I think you go to Palmer and let her make the right choice, but they have so many weapons on this team, this Philly Rise team. As you said, Bukosa had such a big impact this game. It seems like she has more than 5 points, but she's been passing the ball well. She's been blocking shots, stopping drives.
And for Philly, this is almost a replica of the game they played this morning. They won 53-50. It was a very similar scenario, just kind of a tempo standpoint, a pacing standpoint to what we're seeing here.
And it was kind of a strange finish, if you remember, because they had a double technical foul. There's a foul and a technical, and just an inadvertent technical, but something happened on the floor between a couple players. So very similar here. A lot different than when these two teams met 2 days ago, with Wisconsin winning 86-62. Is coming down to the wire here. Great contest. 5 out with probably a pin down after the ball screen. We'll see here. Nope, no pin
Clock
down.
at 8.
Now they got to go. Palmer with the lane. Yep, there's the cut.
Powers through, fouled. Yep. 2 free throws.
Good foul. Good cut, good decision.
Palmer is 1 of 2 from the free throw line in this game.
You know, you usually talk in a timeout offensively what you're going to do, even when you don't have the ball right there. I mean, if you could just tell whoever's guarding Palmer, hey, when that shot clock cuts down, just front her and make them throw over the top. She just beat her defensive player to the block there. She gets the shooter's roll. Not your typical shooter's roll, but Jordan Palmer just puts the Rise back on top by a point.
Kovacic back in for the Wisconsin Lakers. And this one does not get the similar bounce. So it's a 1-point game. There is a 10-second difference, shot clock and game clock.
Good job front by Nemchek.
Almost a turnover. Janowski.
Shot clock down to 12. Don't need to panic if you're Wisconsin.
Sakalis' runner got it.
She got a great drive, though. She got to go to her right hand, which is her favorite drive.
And again, this team that is really a five-guard offense for the Wisconsin Lakers. Sakalis is actually amongst their tallest players. She's 6'1", even though she plays really more of the point guard position. But that's one of their biggest players going at Vukosa.
Yeah, and again, I mentioned this early in the half. She is so effective driving the ball to the rim because she is so low to the ground in what I like to call basketball position, that she gets that extra half step because she's lower than the defensive player.
So now the question becomes, when do you go if you're Philly? You're down one, so there are 19 seconds to play. When do you want this next shot to be taken?
If I'm Philly, I run it down. Now, here's the question. How many fouls does Wisconsin have team-wise? Can they give a foul? And if they do give a foul, when are they going to give it? Shot clock turned off here, so the players won't have the advantage of looking at the clock above the backboard. It's got to be given by the coach's instruction.
This is Vanesco at 10. Vukosa on the post. Quick inside out. Moses.
Wow.
No. Vukosa grabs it at 2-1. Palmer. No.
Oh, wow.
No.
I have a foul on the outside, though.
Foul was called on the outside. And now we will see exactly how much time is left. That has to be on Palmer's putback attempt.
Right. It's got to be on the shot attempt. Officials are talking it over. I could not hear the whistle.
So they're going to put it as a foul. We'll see from a timing standpoint.
Yep.
How much time is left?
You can see the arm get raked because the shot clock's not on, because it was under the shot clock time on that possession. You can't tell how much time is left. They have 0.6 seconds on the clock.
Correct.
Palmer will shoot 2 free throws, as we saw clearly. Great job by our camera crew getting everything they need to see involved. We're going to have a timeout called, a full timeout by the Philly Rise here to talk about the situation.
So Palmer has made 2 of 4 free throws today. She just went 1 of 2.
And the one wasn't a swish.
Correct.
Sure.
Great job by Vukosa to, again, continue on the possession.
Let's take a look at it again. You see our background camera on the shot. See where the clock is.
I'd say it's about spot on.
Yep. Really is amazing they got it that right without having a monitor at the score table like it seems every basketball game does nowadays at the highest level. I think it was a good call. I think
agree.
It was a really good call. And I appreciate the fact that that out official wasn't afraid to make it in that situation. Quite frankly, there's a lot of times, Greg, where I've said over my years I thought the officials kind of swallowed the whistle. She did not. I think it was the right call. I think the players reacted the right way, like they knew it was a foul. But, you know, emotions get played a little bit. Now let's see if the leading scorer in the contest can get 2 more or get 1 at least to tie this contest.
1 to tie, 2 to win it. Got it.
There's the timeout call now by Coach Ellis of Wisconsin.
You and I were here on Thursday. Frankly, not as chilly in the building today as it was on Thursday, but a little icy with that timeout that was just called.
Yeah, a little icy. 0.6 of a second, not a lot you can do. Possibly can draw some kind of foul on an inbounds play, but I'm sure the Rise are just going to sprint back. If it's a make. If it's a miss, you're telling your players, okay, so you're probably asking, what does Tony Lee talk about during this timeout? Okay, after you make it, don't foul, sprint back, stay in front of the ball. 0.6 of a second goes really quick. But in case the ball bounces out of the rim, don't foul on the missed free throw. But they're not in the bonus. I mean, they're not in the bonus anyway, so it doesn't matter. Strike that, because I just looked at the scoreboard here. The B is not on for either team. You know, it's been the best played of the 4 quarters. Only 3 turnovers in the quarter for the Rise, 2 for the Lakers here. Comes down to Palmer's free throw right here. She win the game, or do we go to overtime?
Got it. Now the timeout, and they will advance the ball to the opposite side. These two teams, 30-30 tie at halftime. And both teams struggled in quarter number 3. Both teams better offensively here in quarter number 4. And again, this is the collegiate/international rule where you can advance the ball on a timeout. And at 0.6, you do have time for a catch and shoot. Obviously no time for a dribble. And obviously in a 1-point game, doesn't have to be a 3. But the first player to get open, turn and catch and shoot. You have time for that with 0.6 of a second.
So typically there's a couple things that could happen. If you can get a player fronted, the problem is that the problem for the Lakers, that is the Rise have they can post anybody that the Rise has is up, and the Rise can put one of their bigger players on them. Come off a double screen, you've got to shoot a 3. The only thing, sometimes if you can get a quick flash to the top of the key, maybe somebody loses each other. I would think the Rise will switch every screen right now. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Back cut there, yep.
Ball is not caught, that's it. Ball game. The Philly Rise will win the 10th grade club championship. And an outstanding game. These two teams really within one possession of each other for almost the entirety of the game. We'll be able to show the medal ceremony and the championship trophy handed out to the Philly Rise. Pete, your final thoughts on this one?
Boy, it was the game I lived up to its billing. I said on the pregame, I thought these are probably the 2 best teams in this group. And the rematch game came down to the wire here. What a great job. Credit Palmer. I mean, definitely the MVP of the game, leading scorer in the contest. But to hit both those free throws after her last attempt, one got kind of a lucky bounce and the other one didn't look very good. Nailed them both when the game was on the line.
Congratulations, both these teams, on outstanding summers. The high school academic calendar about to start for all of them. Their seasons, obviously, once we get into the month of November and beyond. But again, there are some names that you're going to hear from this group, I think, for many years to come.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan Palmer amongst those with 24 points in this championship game. And fittingly, she is the first to get the medal of her 9-member Philly Rise team. So FBC United wins the 9th grade championship. Philadelphia Rise wins the 10th grade championship.
I mean, when it got crunch time, Palmer made the plays, but got great contributions from her teammates there. Vanesco had a big second quarter with 7 points. Palmer was on the bench taking a little bit of a break, and just a lot of players stepped up and helped Palmer out. Guy like Vukosa, my gosh, 5 points. You would have thought she had 15 points in the game.
There's a reason why they've got 5 or 6 players that have a tremendous number of offers. And again, this is a mix of high school sophomores and juniors going into the fall.
Yeah, I like Taylor Brown's play off the bench too. She started the second half, but I liked her play off the bench. As you take a good look at the winning squad there.
Medals have been presented. Now it is time for the championship trophy. A title well earned by the Philly Rise, and again, overcoming a 24-point loss for the Wisconsin Lakers 2 days ago to claim your 10th grade championship. Pete, it has been a blast. I hope we get to do this again next July.
Been great being in Rock Hill, the beautiful Rock Hill Sports and Events Center. Great job by our camera crew, all the people here involved, and it's been an honor and pleasure to be here.
Congratulations to our champions, and congratulations to all teams involved in a tremendous week of basketball to cap off the summer AAU circuit in this 10th grade women's championship game. Philly Rise with 2 free throws with 0.6 of a second to play. They beat the Wisconsin Lakers 54-53. Goodbye from Rock Hill, South Carolina, and thanks for joining us on the USA Basketball YouTube channel.